as we send you to New York and Greg Gumbel.
All right, thanks very much so. Michigan State falls to the Nevada Wolfpack 72-66. The Wolfpack registering its first ever NCAA tournament victory. Dayton and DePaul are underway. The Flyers are leading the Blue Demons early. That is an 8-5 score. In Denver, Air Force and North Carolina are about set to tip off. We also have Arizona, Seton Hall, and Valparaiso, Gonzaga underway. But we're going to send you out to Denver. Air Force and North Carolina set to do battle. Jim Nance and Billy Packer calling the action after this word from your local station.
What am I? Am I a basketball player who's a psychology major? Or am I a psychology major who's a basketball player? You know, that's the thing about psychology. You tend to overanalyze everything.
There are over 360,000 NCAA student athletes, and just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
March Madness on CBS, it's all here.
Are Jimmy John's gourmet sandwiches really the world's greatest? Let's take a look. India, the land of silk and spice, not the land of succulent hand-sliced meat. Madagascar, though once a French colony, it offers little in the way of yummy French bread. New Zealand, home to many sheep, but not one sandwich better than Jimmy John's. That proves it. Jimmy John's sandwiches are truly the world's greatest.
Let it go. Ooh, hold on. Hi, this is Beth. Please leave a message after the beep. Beep. Beth, I just got this new phone from my wireless company. And no one told you how to use your voicemail?
Call me back when you get this message. For award-winning customer service, switch to U.S. Cellular.
So when you get a phone, they'll make sure you know how to use it.
U.S. Cellular. We connect with you. Right now, get 1,000 anytime minutes for $29.95 per month.
His name is David Letterman, and comedy is his game. His quick wit and clever delivery defy belief. When faced with the trials of the day, this warrior forever emerges undaunted. Some call it the Late Show Theater. Others call it the house that Dave built. The Late Show with David Letterman, weeknights on CBS.
Just rent it from Rental City.
Back to play in the final first-round game from Buffalo. This is a Phoenix bracket encounter between a 7 seed and a 10 seed. And DePaul trailing at the moment. That's Andre Brown. It's in and out. Walaskowski for Dayton on the floor and picks it up.
And that 2-3 is very effective. Kripe in the game. He can really run the floor. They rest Finn. He and Walaskowski together up front.
James Kripe is a 6'10 freshman wearing number 44 for the Dayton Flyers. One lead change so far in the early going. We've played just about 6 minutes. Oh. Ramad Marshall got it to fall.
How about the way he cupped that? A nice little kiss with the proper English.
Dayton Flyers 24-8 for the season. And a 6-0 run has given them a 5-point lead.
And they try and keep Diener active off the ball, screen, pop.
This is Drake Diener of the famous Diener family of Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, and there's an offensive foul. Let's bring you up to date with the 10 who are actually on the floor at the current time. On the left, the Flyers, James Kripe, Walaskowski, they're tall, Marcus Bennett, Mark Jones, and Ramad Marshall. And for DePaul, Andre Brown, Cumont Greer, Delonte Holland, Drake Diener, and Sammy Mahea. I mentioned the Diener family because, of course, his cousins both played. Travis Diener still playing for Marquette. And Drew Diener, his brother, played at St. Louis.
Travis had the better of it for a while, but Drake got even this particular year. But as that famous philosopher Lou Conosecca used to say, you can't teach size. And right now, Dayton, the big guy's really doing a great job. The rotation, the high-low. Of course, Walaskowski keeps you honest because he can make shots.
45, this one's short. And into the hands of DePaul. Chris Exelis is on the floor, number 13. He's got the ball in his hands. And here's Diener, number 33. 10-5, Dayton. And this cold shooting DePaul team can't find one to go down.
And you can't beat the look Delonte Holland got on that little curl.
DePaul 2 of 10 from the field in the early going. Finn is getting ready to come back for the Flyers of Dayton.
And probably give Walaskowski a blow. Now, Kripe's going to be a terrific player down the road, getting valuable minutes, helping out.
That one won't go, and Walaskowski over the top.
Now, that's a checkout.
Yes.
That is sticking somebody, getting your money's worth.
Sean Finn back on the floor for Walaskowski this time, and Kripe heads to the floor as well.
Well, years ago, John Wooden used to say, just go get the basketball. Don't worry about checking out. That was one philosophy. That time, a stick, a good old-fashioned, get in the thighs and put some pressure there.
DePaul searching for its first field goal in just over 4 minutes.
And by the way, Thompson can do that at his size and bulk.
Drake Diener back to Exelis. And Delonte Holland. Up and under.
Wow,
and still won't fall.
Tough shot, though.
Yes. Ramad Marshall, number 3. Senior out of Charlotte. Dave Leto going back to his bench, bringing in Warren Williams in just a minute, the next dead ball. "12 minutes to go, opening half of the ball game. Nice deep underneath, and the point-blank shot is missed.
And a nice pass, too, by Iguodala on the curl.
11:52 to go in the opening half. Dayton by 5.
Hey, Herman, what's that?
It's a server.
A server?
An on-demand IBM e-server. It can monitor itself, manage itself, optimize itself, protect itself, practically heal itself.
How'd it get here?
Maybe it ordered itself.
Self-optimizing IBM eServer X series with Intel Xeon processors.
New giant shrimp from Long John Silver's, our biggest shrimp ever, nearly half a foot long. Try a giant shrimp combo for $4.49. It's our biggest news ever. Surf's up. Dive in at Long John Silver's.
Investments, every hour of every day is dedicated to a team approach to money management. We put some of the best and brightest together with one mission: you. At Putnam Investments, we urge you to consider the investment objective, risks, charges, and fees for any fund. Ask your financial advisor or plan sponsor for a prospectus containing this and other information. Read it carefully before you invest.
Introducing the Malibu Max. The only car that offers all of this: remote start, sliding reclining rear seats, a 200 horsepower V6, and rear DVD. The new Chevrolets, an American revolution.
This is good. Catch the most on CBS. Yeah.
We're back in Buffalo, where early on both teams about as torrid as the weather outside. But we've had a lot of snow and cold temperatures. 5 of 14 for Dayton, 2 of 11 for DePaul. And the rebounding 10-9 Dayton.
And DePaul's missed the last 6 shots, and you've got to think if you're Dayton, they're not making hay.
Right.
And it's got to give a comfort zone to DePaul and maybe get some better looks, use the clock a little more, reverse the ball, make the defense work.
Lorenzo Thompson is on the floor now as well for DePaul, a 6'8" freshman from Chicago. Andre Brown continues on the floor. Thompson wears number 32.
And Mejia back on the floor to run the point, and Diener plays off now.
Brown comes up to set the high pick and roll. Mejia at the free throw line, back outside.
He's good backing down and spinning and hitting the runner.
4 on the shot clock. 3. Jumper. No. Iguodala, Frank Iguodala, number 42. has the rebound. And the cold spell continues for DePaul. 10-5 is the score.
And they got a hold in the lane there. Not so sure if it was an Exelis with the contact. Iguodala, you mentioned, the brother of Andre at Arizona, and an extraordinary elevator guy that gets up around the rim.
Exelis is out for DePaul, and a quick substitution now as Marshall Brumfield, number 44, the sophomore from Chicago, is in. That's for DePaul. 10-5, and we've neared the midway point of the first half of play. Dave Leto's team trailing by 5. Iguodala hands it off. Scott is on the floor. And the tip is good.
How about that? You miss your own, the quickness of Ramad to get up amongst the big people.
12-5.
Trouble playing Dayton is the preparation time. They run so many sets. He's added not as many as Tom Izzo, he said, but they add things as the year progresses. They're tough to analyze.
Turnaround jumper, and the drought continues. Loose ball picked up by Dayton.
And they'll push and put pressure on you.
At the other end, they kick it back outside.
And Warren Williams running the point. They rotate a lot of people that want to play at a high-octane pace.
Ramad Marshall. High screen set by Sean Finn.
5-second call?
Wow.
Ooh. He didn't make a move with the bounce, I guess, for 5. We're going to need a stopwatch. And Brian can't believe that count. That's one of those mistakes. I'm not so sure that was a mistake, but you're going to get blamed for it anyhow because it was called.
9:51 to go first half. Dayton 6 of 16. DePaul 2 of 13. And they have not scored in the last 6.5 minutes. Here's Diener. Pass underneath, off the glass. Finally, they got one. As Brumfield gets it.
Yeah, using some post up. They're going to see some bodies because they're not as deep.
Mark Jones, number 14. And another foul called away from the ball.
Over there where Mejia happened to be standing. I'm not so sure it was him, was it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Walaskowski's in. Iguodala will get a rest for the players.
I'm sorry, Vern. Go ahead.
Nope.
I was just thinking, I saw this team so long ago, and how about this pass? That is not good. Not really set. Walaskowski over by the sideline. They never ran their play. In a hurry to get it in. Williams with the turnover.
Warren Williams threw it away. And the turnover is now 3 and 3. Cumont Greer puts it on the floor. There's Delonte Holland, number 5.
Good show by Walaskowski. And then they recover. Finn jams it up in the lane. A lot of basic stuff. Keep him in front of you. That's the key with this team. Look at this. I mean, he is great in the lane.
Yes. Mejia can't get in the lane, though. 4 on the shot clock. Holland in and out.
And Finn runs to the rim. Walaskowski trailing him. And it puts pressure on the bigs to get back to the ball.
12-7 ball game. 8:45 to go first half. Entry pass. Walaskowski tries to find Finn, and a foul is called.
Well, they are good together, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
And Finn turned his body to protect, and then they just swipe, but a nice bounce pass by Walaskowski. You know, Vern, I started to say about Maui with them. I saw them so early, and to see a team grow to this level. I mean, they were good early, and to maintain that all year, and I think it's attributable to their depth and the many things that they run.
Maui seems like a long way away, doesn't it, from here?
A couple of bottles of Blackout ago. and some other things, too.
Yes. Oh, dear. 12-7, 8:35 to go.
And he won the MVP, incidentally. And the biggest kick he got out, he wanted to know if we got his dunk on the air.
Right.
You know, he was not what you call the elevator man. Not Rick Cobb, who played for Al McGuire at Marquette. But nevertheless, he knows how to play.
Walaskowski puts it back in the hands of Warren Williams. 8:25 to go in the first half. Low-scoring game, Dayton and DePaul.
A nice job facing out by Brumfield.
And Brumfield runs to the other end now. Holland. DePaul, 7 points. hitting 20% from the field, and we have played almost 12 minutes.
And nice help by Finn.
Foul is called on Williams, number 11.
Both called. We talked about the defense at the one end. How about DePaul as well? The ability to get it inside is a strength of Walaskowski. And here, it's not as good a job, I think, harassing the passer, but you can just see the front there by Brumfield. What a heads-up job. Causes the turnover. But you need the assistance by the defender on the ball as well. You got to get up there. Don't give him any vision.
Dave Leto goes back to his bench. He's got Exelis back on the floor now. Mejia is there. Cumont Greer also on the floor. DePaul 3 of 15 from the field.
Yeah, it looks like a zone look this trip. A little 2-3. It blends to or shapes to your offense.
No, you mentioned 3 of 15, Bill, but they're only down by 5.
They're right in this. Look at the belly rub there by Finn.
Cumont Greer, the senior from Toronto, Ontario, misfires on that one.
A little quick.
And Andre Brown comes down for DePaul. No numbers here. 2 on 3. Back to Greer.
And he got the post up, and here comes the double, and the Marshall with the rotate. Great recovery.
Yep. Walaskowski did a nice job of getting back. And basket finally falls. Andre Brown.
Sometimes you just attempt a double and back off, and it works.
Right.
It kills his dribble or kicks it out.
12-9. Dayton not exactly torrid themselves, 6 of 17. A Dayton team 24-8 this year. A DePaul team 21-9 coming in. There's Finn. Jones has to alter the shot. And a foul called underneath.
I don't know if it was Bennett on the swipe, but that is terrific action in the lane.
Brian Gregory's team, the Dayton Flyers, leads by 3.
Well, hey, Stu. New tie?
No.
Hey, Stu, waxed your back?
Not lately.
Hey, Stu. Did you take care of that rash?
Nope.
Whoa! You're going commando.
No.
Did you see your...
No. I saw my bartender. He told me to try this.
If you want to have it all, great taste, fewer calories, and half the carbs of Bud Light, talk to your bartender. Great taste, less filling, Miller Lite. Good call.
I pull for the underdog. I yell at the coaches, blast the refs. I pray, curse, cry. I will drop down on my knees and beg for a three-pointer from half court.
Play your way to the NCAA Final Four with Singular. You can be entered weekly for a trip for 2 every time you send and receive a text, instant, or a multimedia message, and every time you download games and ringtones. The more you do, the better your chances.
Yeah, baby.
Play your way to the NCAA Final Four. Another way Singular fits you best.
Colorado Z71 with an available 220 horsepower engine.
You're it.
Don't let all that power go to your head. Chevy, an American revolution.
Will my car be ready this afternoon like you promised?
Yes.
Will you use a bunch of lingo I won't understand?
No.
Will you try to sell me something I really don't need?
No.
Do you like Broadway show tunes?
No.
Visit your neighborhood Midas mechanic now for lifetime guaranteed brake pads or shoes. Just $89.95, including installation. Guaranteed for as long as you own your car. For mechanics known for their work and their word.
Trust the Midas touch.
Who says the president dropped the ball on terrorism to go to war in Iraq? One of his own former White House advisors. Sunday on 60 Minutes.
Greg Gumbel with Clark Kellogg and Seth Davis in New York. We'll get you back to Dayton and DePaul in just a moment. First, let's check in for Raleigh, North Carolina, where Arizona and Seton Hall are doing battle. This is a 3-point game. Arizona in the lead.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with Arizona's defense. They seem to be attentive to trying to defend Seton Hall. That's been their biggest problem all year. They can score the ball. They actually lead the nation in scoring 88 points a game. Where they've struggled is at the defensive end.
Meanwhile, in Denver, Air Force and North Carolina. And right now, it's a 2-point game, the Air Force Academy. And I made the comment as we were watching, Seth, Air Force looks crisp.
Yeah, they're running the Princeton offense a little even better than Princeton did earlier, and Roy Williams tried to play a little bit of zone, didn't like how that worked. Now he's going back to man-to-man, try that.
Winner of this game plays the Texas Longhorns, and right now Air Force with the advantage at 14-12, 9.5 or so still to play in the first half.
Air Force, not only do they run the Princeton offense, but they're a very pesky and frisky and persistent defensive team. They're not very big, but they move their feet and they have active hands.
That one off the mark, and then North Carolina hitting the offensive boards and hitting it again before the turnover. We'll keep track of these games for you. Let's get you back to Buffalo, Dayton, and DePaul. Vern Lundquist, Bill Raftery.
Nearing the 6-minute mark. Cold shooting DePaul, still trailing, but only by 3. Walaskowski on the bench with his 2 fouls, 12-9 in this very low-scoring game. Here's Jones, catch and release. No. Yes, I beg your pardon.
Did you see Iguodala up there and he didn't touch it? Dave Leto said he did. I think nice patience by Iguodala. You know, the game's got a little juice. They're just not ringing the bell.
Right.
Both clubs attacking one. This is where he is good. Mejia.
Good call. Mejia. That cuts it to 3. Air Force with an early lead over North Carolina in Denver. At the other end, there's Dayton. As Ramad Marshall gets 2.
Oh, they got the carry there. He was going to give it, and then he kept it. But the ability to keep your hands off the apple. Here's that soft, deft touch, and Leto thought he touched it. I think the ref's got it right.
Yep.
Checking back in the game for DePaul, number 5,
16-11, 5:16 to go in the first half. Let's check the 5 on the floor. Tyler Monty Scott has come on for the Dayton Flyers, wearing number 1. Here's Warren Williams, number 11, and Iguodala's back as well.
And they got that 2-3 right now. First time all game Dave Leto has gone to it. See if they can force a tough jack.
Marshall from deep outside. Tip taken down by Cumont Greer. Mejia. Got another.
What a nice job. He used a little hide and seek as the big guy was running in front of him. Got behind.
16-13. They cut the margin to 3. They have trailed for most of the first half.
And the zone gives them a little legs, too. I mean, they've got a lot of guys are going to play a lot of minutes for DePaul.
Here's Williams. Shot clock at 10.
See, this takes Finn out of it other than an offensive rebound because they got the 2-3, one in front, one behind, and others are going to have to step up. That time, Warren Williams bites them.
6-foot sophomore from Gaithersburg, Maryland for 3. And it's a 6-point lead once again for the Dayton Flyers. Delonte Holland, an elbow that just made contact.
And Diener then using that little screen turns in, and now the trailer is Scott. I believe ends up getting a piece of him, but nice use of the big bodies. That's what Diener has to do. They want him to take shots.
Now you see Williams holding his chin or touching it. That flying elbow of Hollins just did brush his chin.
Raised him, huh?
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't have a glass jaw.
No,
Fortunately, he's still standing.
Whether you're looking for live scores and updated brackets from each game or game centers with in-depth play-by-play, you can find it all at CBSSportsline.com.
Well, you've done a few prize fights in your day, right?
I have, yes, indeed.
What do you think?
I did Leon Spink's last fight. How proud do you think I am of that?
You didn't teach him to drive, though.
Do you have the right truck? The best-selling half-ton regular and extended cab is now available as a crew cab. Introducing the new Silverado half-ton crew. It's the right truck from Chevy.
KFC's new secret recipe filet, 100% chicken breast, no skin, no bones, but all 11 herbs and spices. Now with 2 sides and a biscuit for just $4.99. For the taste of Kentucky Fried Chicken, no bones about it. You got a KFC what's cooking.
My name is Kenny, and I want to work for a sports agent. I've always just been around athletes. I realized that if I was going to be happy in life, I was going to be working in sports. I'm looking to learn from another agent. You know, it can be a match made in heaven, and I think that it will be.
Monster. Today's the day.
Mario.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Sierra Mist. Tastes one shockingly refreshing lemon lime.
Good dog.
See what a difference a year can make? Call 800-345-5063 for information on a Fidelity no-fee IRA.
Wednesday on a special night. Has a budding romance gone to a new level?
2 beautiful women want to make a sandwich out of me. Would you say no?
Survivor All-Stars on a special night, Wednesday.
3:55 to go before the break. The only lead DePaul has had in this game was at 5-4. Dayton was up by 7. It's a 19-15 game now. Dave Leto's team trailing by 4. Brian Gregory. Dayton encountered travel problems as well. They were on a charter that was delayed trying to get in here on Thursday. Said they waited to refuel. Now, they were in Dayton, and the pilot said, well, we've got alternate landing sites. He said, where is one? He said, well, Cincinnati. And Brian Gregory says, well, my gosh, that's 30 minutes away from here. What good is that going to do us?
And then I guess the alternate one was
Toronto.
And the problem there?
Nobody had their passports.
So it's not easy getting to the NCAA.
No.
Once you get in.
You got to want to get here.
Brian, of course, longtime assistant with Tom Izzo. Went to Navy and then Oakland. A lot of juice. Kevin O'Neill was another guy he worked under. He's got an endearing little smile.
Brian Gregory, first year. He was, it is said, a finalist for the DePaul job 2 years ago.
Well, I think both institutions are well served.
Yes, they are. And the relationship with great coaches, Izzo for Gregory and Jim Calhoun for Leto. And there in the lane is Delonte Holland.
And with some strength, too.
And it's a 2-point game with 3 minutes to go in the half.
Able to take some hits and ring the bell in the zone. Has really done a nice job thus far.
Williams, long rebound and a foul. Called on Iguodala.
Not the kind of giveaway you'd like, but to watch him take these 2 bumps and just protect the basketball and cushion that little soft delivery. And he's starting to, maybe after they took him out, discuss about getting a little closer. He was shooting that long jump shot, Vern, so just a nice little change of pace for him.
18 fouls, Mejia at the line. 1-1. Rebound Iguodala. So fouls at the one end, grabs the rebound at the other. And Ramad Marshall has it.
Well, they got to do something to get inside the perimeter here, whether it's the dribble or the flash to the post and a kick. And they're settling here. If that goes, you're smiling, but goodness, if you run it down, it certainly helps. But better shots.
Williams thought about it. Holland was flying at him in the corner. Here's Monty Scott. The steal, Holland can't get it. And a good box out position by Andre Brown to get the rebound.
And a pretty good look on the cross court to Ramad Marshall.
Chance to tie or take the lead. Got it!
Why settle for a tie? Excellence. Extraordinary.
Time called. Dayton. Chris Exelis gives DePaul the lead.
sitting here or here. Mutual funds from the Hartford, for people who are always thinking ahead. Ask your advisor.
The X Factor. You know it's a part of the game. Is it a part of you? Introducing new Gatorade X Factor. 2 great flavors fused together under one cap.
New giant shrimp from Long John Silver's. Our biggest shrimp ever. Nearly half a foot long. Try a giant shrimp combo for $4.49. It's our biggest news ever. Surf's up. Dive in at Long John Silver's.
I am the manager of recruitment for Barney's New York. The ideal person that I'm looking for, taste luxury humor. That's our create. If you're passionate about fashion and about being creative and talented, then this is the place for you.
Monster, today's the day.
I'm so sick of going to the mall.
They say they're shopping day and night on eBay. They say the savings are beyond compare. The deals are good, I know they are. He saved a bunch on that guitar and used it all to buy this jar on eBay.
First round action in the Phoenix region from Buffalo, New York. DePaul and Dayton coming up on Singular at the half. Greg Gumbel, Clark Kellogg, and Seth Davis will get you updated on all the tournament news, all the scores and highlights, plus a live look at all the action going on in the NCAA tournament, and the Singular one-on-one trivia challenge. That's all coming up on Singular at the half.
A long, enjoyable day for the guys in the studio. And right now, DePaul countering, and a counter by a high flyer, pardon the pun, Iguodala. Please come down and don't hurt anybody.
Dayton by 1 with less than 2 to go in the first half. Here's Marlon Brumfield. The jumper, Cumont Greer, off the front iron into the hands of Iguodala. In the corner, Mark Jones. 90 seconds to go, first half.
A big thing, I think, is rebounding in this zone. If they're going to force jump shots, you must rebound. Nice ball movement right there. Bennett does not waste time. Knows his role. Defense. Do the little things.
Skip pass. Jones back to Bennett. Quick touch pass. Over to Marshall. And that one is no good. Into the hands of Travis Drether. Listen to me. Drake Diener. Old habits hard to break. Here's Diener. Cumont Greer up, under, and off the glass for 2.
Well, Travis wishes he were playing here. I know that. How quick is this one? And a nice look. Marshall with the pass that leads to the decision-making. I'm going to give it to you and take it to the rim.
Well, at the other end, Cumont Greer had missed his last 8 shots, and he got that one from point-blank range. Now, Mark Jones, the junior from Tafteville, Connecticut, is at the line.
And I see the difference in DePaul free throws. First one that time. And Jones able to convert.
Andre Brown back on for DePaul. Game tied. Jones for the season is 76% free throw shooter.
Yeah, interesting. You know, this is an old-time rivalry, and all the old-timers in the Dayton area were a little upset at being left alone and not in the Conference USA a few years ago. So there's a little bit more at stake here.
Well, for those of us of a certain vintage, Dayton against DePaul is a throwback game. I mean, these are 2 of the great names in college basketball. Here's Holland off the front iron and short, 23-22. And Dayton will play for the final shot. DePaul's low total in a half before this game against Cincinnati. They had 22 then. They've got 22 now.
Last one is what you want, maybe with a chance to rebound. You got to go now.
Marshall, perfect. Perfect.
Wow. Nice screen to get him free. What a way to end the half. You get a little mo on your side.
That is for two. Brian Gregory's team leading by 3 as we go to the break. Ramad Marshall gets the 2-pointer and winds up with 10 points in the half. That's the end of the first half with our score 25-22 Dayton. Our exclusive coverage of NCAA basketball continues after this message and a word from your local station.
This is a map of my nationwide wireless plan. But if I go mobile to mobile, there's this whole different map that's nationwide, but not this nationwide. And these other maps, they're all nationwide and all different.
With the new Singular Nation, you never have to worry about maps on any call because you never pay roaming or long distance. Even your mobile-to-mobile minutes are truly nationwide.
I call it my nationwide means nationwide plan.
The new Singular Nation, another reason Singular fits you best.
Should an athlete be banned from the pros because of a bionic eye?
Teddy doesn't have any enhancement beyond normal human skill level. The league can set whatever eligibility rules it wants.
Saturday on a special night, it's an issue these lawyers will face in the year 2030.
1 inning. It's my dream. I'll get you there.
A new Century City, CBS Saturday.
March Madness on CBS. It's all here.
And now, Prairie Farms redefines the language of basketball.
The back, that's dribbling. And it's a slam dunk. Back in the zone are guarding the ball. Ball up, and it's nothing but net.
Quality you can taste from Prairie Farms.
A new era in collision repair is here. Blue Star Collision Centers are making it more convenient for you. With 2 drop-off locations in Champaign and locations coming to Danville, Rantoul, and Forsyth this summer. Bring your damaged vehicle in for an estimate. Blue Star will transport it to their modern repair facility in Champaign. Then deliver it back to you much faster than most other shops. Blue Star works with all major insurance companies, and their staff of professionals is truly the best of the best. Call toll-free for more information. Blue Star Collision Centers.
Their price, $30. Gordman's price, $14.99. Their price, $26. Gordman's price, $13.99. At our prices, why wait for a sale? Gordman's has an incredible selection of name brand fashions for less than their sale prices every day. Don't wait. Fresh fashions at fantastic savings are in now. Gordman's, something unexpected.
Late on this first day of the NCAA tournament. 1 game at halftime, 3 others in progress. More live action coming your way.
CBS Sports presents Singular at the Half, sponsored by Singular Wireless, the wireless company that fits you best.
Back in our New York studios, welcome once again to Singular at the Half, everyone. I'm Greg Gumbel, along with Clark Kellogg and Seth Davis. And Clark is the one with the smirk on his face. At halftime, Dayton leading DePaul by a score of 25-22 in a game that neither team is really shooting very well.
Not really. It was actually in screensaver mode. A lot of activity going on, but no production. I mean, both of these teams like grinded out games, and Dayton on top by 3 with the mini power surge at the end of the half.
Not surprised. Dayton, coached by Brian Gregory, a former Tom Izzo assistant, likes his basketball ugly. Rebounding defense, that's been different so far.
All right, and the winner of this game will move on to play the 2nd seed in the Phoenix bracket, and that would be the University of Connecticut Huskies. Meanwhile, in Denver, Air Force and North Carolina, they're under 4 minutes to play. The Falcons of the Air Force Academy with a 3-point lead on the Tar Heels. Let's take you out there live and join Jim Nance and Billy Packer.
Carolina in the white uniforms. Here's McCants, still without a point. Offensive rebound, Jawad Williams. They've got a number of those so far today. Second chances.
What happens against that matchup zone when you drive in like that? So many men, you almost occupy 3 players on the drive. So therefore, very difficult to get a blockout situation. And that's why North Carolina is getting these offensive rebounds.
Well, nowhere close on that one. Jawad Williams talking about second chances. 5 rebounds on the night, all of them on the offensive glass. North Carolina down 1, can take the lead. Air Force has had most of this half.
I tell you, Hood is quick defensively. McCants normally can take a guy off that dribble. He's got a great crossover dribble left and right. But Hood stays right down with him. Now he's got Cool on him.
Little switch off, Perchie. Good pass, McCants. Manual block.
That was Keller.
Too strong on the chippy. And the attempted save, that's why it's dangerous. Manuel has it. On the floor. Air Force again.
Well, they had Keller was actually off the court. Is that a foul?
Yeah, foul on Manuel. His second. And it'll be a 1-and-1.
There's just such a scrappy defensive club in Air Force. Even when you get it inside, it's trouble. Here's that high-low that works so effectively in the past. Noel and May. Noel breaks up. May holds his ground. Noel hits him perfectly. Nice little touch catch and put in. That hasn't happened very often.
Now the coach turns his back on his team again. It's unusual to say that.
You know, Jim, this team is shooting 71% from the foul line. Now, you know what his problem is? He's got lousy foul line defense because his opponents are shooting 72%. So maybe he ought to be turning his back on the opponents.
That's a hard thing to coach.
Oh, he took a look.
No, he takes a look.
He peeked.
He wants to see where they are. One more for Welch at the line. Air Force looking for the three-point lead inside 3 minutes.
They've maintained this lead about this entire half. They're playing this matchup zone and playing it extremely well.
Birchie trying to lock down on McCants. That's a block foul on Birchie.
Now what McCants is doing, and I think this is very smart. Jim, what he's doing, he realizes his jumper's not there tonight, so now he's starting to put the ball on the floor. If you're a good scorer and can be the leading scorer in the Atlantic Coast Conference, you obviously are a good scorer. So now what he's starting to do is to put the ball on the floor, looking to get farther inside. Even against this matchup zone, not a bad move.
Sean May scored North Carolina's opening 6 points, but has not been able to score anything since.
There's one finally, and that was made by Manuel's good drive.
So McCants on the board for the first time, and it's a 1-point Air Force lead.
And this is as good a defense as I've seen North Carolina play, too. They're really hustling. It's just the execution by Air Force has been so outstanding.
Cool snaps it over to the other side. Hood took a look at the hole, drives in. Jones way off on that one. There's McCants. Can he score 2 straight trips? Coming out with it. It's Cool. Welch the trailer. No call.
Now numbers the other way if McCants makes that crossover dribble and beats it up here, but Hood does a great job getting back.
Cool made a pretty nifty little pass to the trailer, but Welch never had a handle on it. Dumped inside May. Oh, one more time. His first point since the opening minutes. Now 8 for the game. They had a quick 6. 1 minute to go. 1 point. North Carolina lead.
Fun to watch this offense operate. Everything up above the foul line. Makes it impossible to get weak side help.
Welch will take a long-range shot and that makes it from 3.
You know, if May will watch the film of this game, he'll realize how far he has to go to be a player defensively. He's standing straight up, and Welch is taking advantage of it. Stolen by Cool. Telegraph.
And Air Force smartly will save it for the last shot. We've had 9 lead changes here.
Not a bad idea to go back so you don't get caught with a backdoor cut here, to go back into some kind of a zone defense.
10 seconds on the clock. Back out high. Birchie, open 3. Yes.
North Carolina, I think, made a mistake there, trying to play them man-to-man.
Melvin Scott inside the midcourt stripe. Pull up three. Would have counted. 2 late threes in the half. And Air Force, look at them going wild here in Denver. Air Force is the halftime leader.
Not a home game, but a home crowd, Jim.
23 points by North Carolina, ties the lowest output of the first half on the season for the Tar Heels. Air Force led by Nick Welch with 12, and let's go over to Bonnie.
Joe Scott, obviously your team offensively is on fire, but it's not often a team can hold Rashad McCann scoreless almost an entire first half. How have you done it?
Well, I mean, we have to continue not to let him get three-point shots. I think that's the key to guard McCann's. We've done a good job of guarding him when he does put the ball on the ground. So we have to continue that, but most importantly, not let him get three-point shots.
Coach, thank you.
Joe Scott's a pretty calm guy for whose team is leading at halftime over North Carolina 28-23. Meanwhile, in Seattle, Valparaiso, the number 15 seed against second seed Gonzaga. Take a look at the highlight.
Here you take a look at Joaquin Gomez from deep. It's a 7-3 lead for the Cuse Crusaders. Ali Burdil, another three, and Valpo was off and running.
Valpo off and running, and however trailing by 1. It's 15-14 Gonzaga. And in Raleigh, Arizona and Seton Hall. Arizona's Salim Stoudemire, nice little pass to Channing Frye for the bucket, put the Wildcats up 6-4.
Nice. Watch this penetration by Arizona's Mustafa Secure. Hassan Adams is able to finish it. And then Seton Hall is going to work it around and just beat the shot clock. J.R. Morris for the three. And it's a 7-point lead for the Wildcats.
Final minute of play. Now, time now for the singular one-on-one with Billy Packer Trivia Challenge. Which was the first school to win 2 straight NCAA national championships? Do we know, guys?
Yes, we do. How about letter A?
Oklahoma State won back-to-back crowns in 45 and 46. For a chance to win a trip to the Final Four, send a text message to 26222 or log on to cbssportsline.com/2NCAA. Thanks for joining us here on Singular at the Half. We'll send you back to Buffalo for the second half of Dayton and DePaul after this.
CBS Sports presents Singular at the Half, sponsored by Singular Wireless, the wireless company that fits you best.
Is taste just a temptation? Is flavor just a fantasy? Introducing Carb Options, an irresistible new assortment of sauces, dressings, and spreads for anyone counting carbs, from names you can count on. We know how you like it. New Carb Options, taste you can count on.
You've got to step up. Close out all of the pressure. Trust everything you've been taught. And just believe you can do it. You know, my first day on the job sure felt familiar.
There are over 360,000 NCAA student athletes, and just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
Quick, name the top 5 water polo players in the world. Okay, how about 1? Yeah. I didn't start playing water polo to get famous. And the same goes for being a biology major. I like working in protein chemistry. Quick, name the top 5 protein chemists in the world.
There are over 360,000 NCAA student athletes, and just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
Your husband isn't dead. He's alive.
I just can't keep hoping.
So we're on then.
Absolutely. Proof of Light. Network premiere CBS Sunday.
Dayton leads at the half, 25-22. Here in Buffalo, New York, Ramad Marshall with a big basket at the end of the first half. Only 2 of the 10 that has led the way for the Flyers.
Why do I rent from Enterprise? For more cargo room, more people room, or more headroom. Enterprise. So easy, it's like having a second car. Or third.
Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up. The Passion of the Christ. Rated R. Now playing.
Hey, Dad.
Yep.
You remember the other day when we were talking about careers and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
When you said the trick is to find something that fits who you are and what's important to you?
Mm-hmm.
Something that makes you feel good about yourself?
Son, if you find something that does all that, you're already miles ahead of most people.
What are you doing?
What?
Are you sniffing my wrapper?
Yeah, right. Well, no.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
It's not cool.
You're not cool.
Have it your way.
What am I? Am I a basketball player who's a psychology major? Or am I a psychology major who's a basketball player? You know, that's the thing about psychology. You tend to overanalyze everything.
There are over 360,000 NCAA student athletes, and just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
Maybe.
Yes, sir! A tradition unlike any other. The Masters on CBS.
Halftime in Buffalo, 25-22. We'll return after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching CBS Sports exclusive coverage of the NCAA Basketball Championship.
That ought to do it.
Oh, you're going international, huh?
That's the plan.
All right. See you tomorrow.
Hey, Frank, little help!
Here you go, guys.
Hey, ragazzi!
Hey, Franco! Mi aiuti?
Ci vediamo.
Ciao, Franco.
Ciao.
Ecco i pacchi dall'America.
Sì, lavoriamo con l'estero,
Ti ringrazio.
Complimenti.
Global shipping with a very familiar face. UPS. What can Brown do for you?
Dave's got the very funny Dave Chappelle and Carmen Electra tonight.
I want the first item on my to-do list
to be tear up to-do list.
I want to stop putting sticky notes on everything.
I want to stop multitasking.
Start unitasking.
I want to unschedule my life.
Unprioritize.
I don't want to circle back and touch base.
I want to loaf.
Let my organizational skills
Get rusty.
Really rusty.
At National City, we want to make banking simple for lives that aren't.
I don't want to be in the loop.
Swing into spring with savings from Menards. Your kids will have hours of fun on Playstar Play Centers. The Champion features swings, rings, climbing rocks, and a curved slide. On sale starting at just $499. While the kids play, relax on patio furniture by Plantation Patterns. This 5-piece wrought iron table and chair set features classic style. On sale just $164. Menards is your spring savings place.
Save big money at Menards.
CBS Sports exclusive coverage of the Men's Basketball Championship is sponsored by Miller, Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and Bar, UPS, and by Pontiac.
From Niagara Falls inside the arena, we go to Solomon Wilcots with Dave Leto. Solomon?
Coach, only 22 points in the first half. How do you make sure you score more here in the second half?
We got to start moving full speed. We're really lethargic in our cuts, and it's not opening up the driving lanes we need, and so therefore we're settling. We can't keep doing that.
What did you tell the guys in the locker room at halftime?
We got to be much more aggressive. They're beating us to punch. You know, they're beating us to lose balls. They're the aggressive team. That's got to change.
All right, Coach, thanks for stopping by. Let's send it back to you guys.
All right, Dave Leto, thank you, Sully. It doesn't sound like he's terribly pleased.
You know, it's funny. If you make shots, all of a sudden you're a little more excited about your team. And he was talking about cuts and screens. And, yeah, that's all part of it. But the inability to score, you start looking at your assistant coach, and I thought you were in charge of shooting. That's been a major dilemma for both teams.
Well, neither team has shot well. That's one reason we have a 25-22 score at this point. How do you improve that?
Well, he had mentioned like using your screens a little bit better, cutting better, really understanding the ball reversal, taking advantage of breakdowns, maybe some runouts to get some confidence. I think guys settle for jump shots as you check this out instead of putting it on the floor and trying to get to the foul line. Get a layup, get a free throw. All of those things energize you. You start to think positively about yourself. But in fairness, both teams' defense has been pretty darn good. So you've got to just execute better.
Brian Gregory in his first year as the head coach at Dayton. And the Flyers this season 19-1 when they lead at the half. Brian Gregory, who began his collegiate career at the Naval Academy, where he was a teammate of David Robinson. Later transferred to Oakland University, where he graduated. And as we've mentioned, served time on Tom Izzo's staff as his chief assistant. He and Mike Garland both getting head coaching jobs after the conclusion of last year off of Tom's staff. Here's Walaskowski. And there is Finn with a foul and a made basket.
Finn's had his trouble around the rim, Vern. Walaskowski back on the floor. That should give some fluidity to the offense. The ability to get into the lane is another thing that would complement it. But here, Finn, you can just see a little fumbleitis by the big fella, but he finally gathers and uses the glass to knock it down.
Foul is on Brown. Finn with a chance to increase the lead to 6. It's not a pretty free throw.
No. Beauty in the eye of the beholder.
Alley-oop for DePaul, and the margin is 3 in this game. Dayton 27-24. Opening moments of the second half. The 7-footer Sean Finn with his second basket of the second half, and Dayton back up.
And both coaches getting shots around the rim, so that's a big adjustment. Mahir with a wonderful look at the one end, and Finn with the attack.
Now Andre Brown, number 4, averaging 16.5 per game. Little jump stop in the lane. Nice job of chasing it down by Delonte Holland. We've had 2 ties. You saw the lead changes, and it's a 29-24 in a low-scoring basketball game.
Both lighten it up just a little bit more. Guys getting after it, pursuing the basketball as they did in the sideline.
This is the Phoenix bracket, and Connecticut defeated Vermont earlier tonight. DePaul, Dayton having at each other here. Sammy Mahia gets that basket, and the margin is 3.
Well, he can get to the rim, can he?
Excitable freshman from the Bronx.
Because he went home at Christmas and was, you know, just homesick as we all get.
Walaskowski.
All his family and friends came, I believe, to the Seton Hall game. Came back ready to go, and it's been a big upside for DePaul.
In the corner, Walaskowski puts it on the floor, drives the lane. The shot not there. Finn aggressively puts it back.
How about him extricating himself first? Great presence.
Sean Finn with 6 points in this half. Dayton up by 5. And he's gotten those 6 points in 100 seconds. And we were talking about the history of these two fine basketball programs. There's a takeaway by Marcus Bennett. They will renew their rivalry in regular season next year after a 5-year hiatus. And there's Walaskowski fighting for the rebound. The putback is good.
And not settling for jump shots, even though Marshall ended up with a tough release. The big people in space contributed in fine fashion.
Al taken by Alcindor. How about that? 2 more for the big guy.
Here comes the ready or not.
Alcindor, unstoppable.
Here comes the
Lou Alcindor is something else.
now you like me now, I say.
Think he's good enough to make the Pontiac All-Time Tournament team? You decide at ncaasports.com/Pontiac.
So, you hanging up the whistle, eh, Coach?
Yeah, kind of hard to believe.
So can a girl buy you dinner?
Coach, sorry, could you help me with something?
Sure.
This goes up there.
At Applebee's, we do our best to be part of the neighborhood.
Since the beginning of mankind, more than 37 billion people have lived and died, never to be heard from again. But this Friday, at dawn, all of that will change.
God, they're here.
Dawn of the Dead.
We need to do something. Now.
Dawn of the Dead.
Is everyone dead?
Dead-ish. Rated R. Starts Friday.
I just can't do this anymore. You want me to be happy, right? I just need more in my life. More flavor and smooth taste. Don't do that. You're the king, and you're funny. Nobody can question that. But I'm kind of into that cold filtered thing. This is kind of awkward. We're gonna get out of here.
CBS Monday, one crime scene is about to become 2.
Hey, what are you doing?
We lost a piece of evidence. We have to find it.
A new CSI Miami, Monday.
Texas Tech prevailed in our first game in Buffalo this afternoon, and Bob Knight in the process won his first tournament game since 1999. Jerry McNamara, a career-high 43 points in Syracuse's win over Brigham Young, and many thought the ACC the strongest team in the country. They are 3-0 thus far in first-round games.
Some pretty impressive credentials, both ACC and McNamara able to light it up against a good BYU team.
7-point lead equals the largest of the game, but that one in the corner is Drake Diener's 3, and that cuts 3 off the margin.
And right there, Dave Ladle, great use of the timeout. They ran the baseline bumps. He used both guys, then turned, and the ball delivered on time.
17-18 to go. Ramad Marshall, number 3. This is Mark Jones, 14. And Marcus Bennett. Walaskowski wanted it. Cumont Greer providing the defense.
He did a nice job, too, Greer.
17 to go in this half. 33-29 in this low-scoring first-round game in the Phoenix region. And Sean Finn, who has had a terrific opening couple of minutes in the second half. That one is a hell ball, possession arrow, DePaul.
I don't know how he caught that ball off the rim. That really handcuffs you when they happen. Marshall just scraped the ring trying to get it going. You can see the 2 ties, 6 lead changes. Dayton up 7 at one point.
Warren Williams on for this Phoenix region game. 33-29. Here's Delonte Holland. Diener's shot at the other end. Marshall, they can't get it to him, and a foul is called in the backcourt. 33-29 in this ball game. Earlier tonight, Connecticut knocked off Vermont in a very entertaining game. So Connecticut awaits the winner of this one in the second round game of the Phoenix bracket. And Vanderbilt, Western Michigan will play one of the first round games tomorrow. Finn off the mark. Rebound, Delonte Holland. Here's Mejia again for DePaul.
Very impressive. Both teams have gotten a lot better shots since halftime.
Mejia, contact, no foul. Back into the hands of Diener. Here's Delonte Holland. Pull-up jumper, got it.
Tell you, that had to be something with Mejia. I don't care what you're going to call one or the other.
Yes.
Ooh.
An entanglement
Sure
at the
was.
least. And near turnover. Marshall saves it. Nice dish underneath. Walaskowski did a good job of drawing the foul from Andre Brown.
Well, those two are great bookends. They find one another, have a great feel of where the other one is going to be. Good interior passing. There's the hustle play out top. Got the ball here and a nice diagonal look and nice pump fake. And Finn able to take the hit. He was trying to switch hands as well. Clever play. Just not that upper body strength to finish these type of plays.
Walaskowski at the line, not to be. 33-31, 15:45 to go, and the senior from Dayton shoots one more. Nope.
I'm not a big lane violation guy.
I'm not either. Does it intrude on the game?
Well, it's like starting dinner before everybody is served. It is incorrect, but just admonish me. A little step in. These two have been together so long. I just very impressed how they play, Walaskowski and Finn. And here's a little nickel dimer out in the open floor area. One of those on Bennett.
Well, Walaskowski draws the donut, and he had 3 chances. Still 33-31.
Nokia, connecting people. Old pals.
Jimmy, don't shoot, it's on! I know!
New problems.
Cynthia's been kidnapped.
You really are a nitwit, Oz. And a rude awakening.
Give me 5 more minutes, baby.
What are pals for?
This is how a retired mass murderer acts?
Bruce Willis.
No, this is the way a retired mass murderer acts.
Matthew Perry.
Oh, thank God the killers are here.
The Whole 10 Yards. Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, April 9th.
Later on, LeBron James is here, and we'll have this, something like that. Let's just run through it. Yeah. Okay. No, I think it's sold out, actually. Let me just start like that. Whoa! Are you guys rolling on this? Yeah. That's a 90-footer. Oh, that is amazing. Oh, my. Did you get that? You have that, right?
Ewing slams it in. Oh, and Ewing. Here comes the most intimidating force in college basketball, Patrick Ewing. Ready or not? How you like me now, I say?
Think he's good enough to make the Pontiac All-Time Tournament team? You decide at ncaasports.com/Pontiac.
No one knows who killed this All-American boy. Now, after 40 years, the mystery could be solved.
Feel guilty about something?
I don't know.
You can't not know.
Cold Case Sunday.
33-31, Dayton leads it. Make sure you vote for your starting center on the Pontiac All-Time Tournament team. You can cast your ballot now at ncaasports.com/Pontiac. Patrick Ewing might be a pretty good choice, I would think, just based on what we saw.
Well, how about Jordan? That great winning goal. A lot of good guys out there. And once again, Mejia gets to the rim. This time a step in. He's very good. It's the control that's necessary once you get in that close as he picks up number 3.
Yep. And Mejia is going to have to rest Chris Exelis, who had a big 3-pointer in the first half, is back on the floor. A little wardrobe adjustment, and we're ready to go.
And his own gave them fits, if you remember. Nice little entry pass here. Wow. Wide open. Iguodala lighten it up.
35-31. Cumont Greer. There's the trap down low on Andre Brown.
You notice Marshall covered the basket. They do a nice job in that rotation.
Drake Diener off the dribble. Fade away.
Woo.
Pretty.
How about that? Show that to your cousin.
10 points for Diener. Back outside for Dayton. Here's Marshall on the floor. Iguodala, the presence of Andre Brown was felt defensively.
It may have slipped too, but what a nice look to him.
Marcus Bennett, quick over to the left side. There's the empty pass to Finn. Holland comes to help.
Now let's see what adjustment they had. They got that nice entry pass earlier.
Williams. And chased down in the corner by Delonte Holland.
Now that's been a factor, I think, this 2-3 zone. Ken Dayton, look at the open look here. You can't give him that. How would you like to shoot these cousins? Diener at Marquette and Diener at DePaul.
Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. They're in the state finals this weekend. Diener 4 of 5 from the field. He's got 13 points.
Well, it's just really not paying attention to detail by Dayton. Getting up on him.
Right side, Marcus Bennett. Finn.
The outside scoring right now, a dilemma on the kickouts. Who can step up and make it?
4 on the shot clock.
I thought Finn should have taken it. They wouldn't have gotten stuck as Bennett just in violation. Doesn't get any 10, but when you got the ability to shoot the basketball, people come down with the drop step and the fade here. Whew, is that pretty? And then the early offense, you got to step up. A little nylon. He can make you sing a little bit if you're a DePaul fan.
Diener with 8 points in this half, 3 of 4 shooting, and he will walk this one up. Number 33.
And they are playing him a little tougher.
Exelis gets the screen from Jones. Got it.
He's out. He's out of school right now. You get that confidence level soaring.
And DePaul's got its largest lead of the ball game. They're up by 4, 39-35. They've got 8 unanswered in this current run.
And this zone, they're enjoying playing. Look at the scramble and the hustle.
Oh, they really have become aggressive in this thing.
And nobody getting it inside, either with the pass or the dribble until this one. And that's the right thing to do. And why let him go over his right shoulder? Make Walikowski go back over the left shoulder. It's a very tough release for him.
Walikowski's jumper ends an 8-0 run. 39-37, 12:30 to go. Winner gets UConn on Saturday night. Greer fouled.
I mentioned Diener now confident. You get that feeling. You get into the zone a little bit. Just understanding how to get yourself free. And just need a little pick. Nobody shows. And then Walikowski right here. This is the problem. You got to make him go this way. You let him go that way to his favorite hand. He can drill it.
Out Cumont Greer is at the free throw line. 69% free throw shooter for the season. His first trip to the line tonight.
And they were telling us a tight end in football, and with that upper body, he can take out a few linemen, don't you think?
Oh, boy.
Going over the middle, punish a smaller safety or cornerback.
Well, he's listed at 220, but seems a little thicker than that. Air Force continues to lead North Carolina out in Denver, and you saw Arizona Seton Hall going at it on this first day. The Mosaic continues to fill out the NCAA tournament. All of it brought to you on CBS as we reach the end of the first day. And of course, another set of first-round games, 4 different locations tomorrow.
And it's unbelievable. The backcourt, Greer's without a shoe. He fell out of it backpedaling. It's out here near us at half court. The lonely shoe.
That doesn't look like an old sneaker from the 50s, does it?
You know, I don't know how guys wear new shoes every game. Remember the thing called blisters?
Yes.
You probably didn't stop short that much in your life. But it's amazing. They give the shoes away after the game. Well, no, that doesn't look new. It looks like you got to pay to get it polished. Those would be bowling shoes in our day. Think about it.
You leave those puppies outside your room at night, and they're still going to be there the next day.
You go out with those with a tuxedo, you're going to have a long evening.
You know, if you jump up and twist around 3 times, you can get out of Buffalo and go to Kansas in those.
They are twirling shoes, no question. And how about
Walaskowski got it to tip and go back in.
A little help from DePaul on that as well, but he was in the right spot.
41-39, 12 to go. Exelis back to Delonte Holland. 41-39. Diener. Screen from Cumont Greer. He gets it back. And there is Brumfield. Marlon Brumfield with the putback.
But the big body gets in the right spot just as Walaskowski did at the other end.
Mark Jones for Dayton.
They can't get a good angle for Finn, but Walaskowski, a bigger target, a better distributor.
How about the quick passing, and then the shot doesn't fall? Uh-oh, my gosh, that was close.
Ooh, what a cross.
Holland, that'll break your ankle.
Oh, my goodness, no toe. Get through that, Holland, huh? That is unbelievable at his size and strength. And this is the one we all thought somebody was going to hurt, Vern. That ricochet. Now watch this one. There's an ankle turner. Get the equipment off the deck. The blow by.
And a foul was called, so Holland goes to the free throw line. The foul on Marshall, his second.
Solomon talked to Brian Gregory, and he mentioned the zone. We got to do some things against the zone at halftime, and they have had their problems with it. Got to find something in this timeout.
DePaul, largest lead of the ball game, up by 7.
Very nice.
Like all light beers, it's low in carbs. Unlike any other light beer, it's got the great taste of Bud Light. What we have here is a failure to compromise. Fresh, smooth, real. It's all here.
If a tender moment turns into the right moment, will you be ready? Introducing Cialis, the first tablet for erectile dysfunction that gives you up to 36 hours to choose the moment that's right for you and your partner. New Cialis goes to work fast and can work for up to 36 hours. Cialis is not for everyone. If you take nitrates for chest pain or certain alpha blockers for prostate problems or high blood pressure, do not take Cialis. Such combinations could cause a sudden unsafe drop in blood pressure. Don't drink alcohol in excess with Cialis. The most common side effects were headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. Erections lasting longer than 4 hours, though rare, require immediate medical help. Discuss your health status with your doctor to ensure Cialis is right for you and you are healthy enough for sexual activity. Ask your doctor if a free sample of prescription Cialis is right for you. 36-hour Cialis. When the moment is right, will you be ready?
Aye, oh, let's go. Aye, oh, let's go. Aye, oh, let's go. Aye, oh, let's go.
Life's all about options. Now more than ever, so is your wireless phone. Welcome to Go Phone Service with flexible payment options, unlimited weekends, and no annual contract. Plus your choice of an LG flip phone and plans that start at $19.99. Go Phone, only from AT&T Wireless.
Let's go.
Will the family find a cure for Race Brothers' little eating problem?
Why don't you get one of those funnels the dogs wear around their neck and just throw the food in there?
On New Raymond, CBS Monday.
Cold shooting DePaul team in the first half, but 9 of 12 in this second stanza, and 26 points in the paint for Dayton.
It's amazing. And right now, the energized team looks like DePaul. I mean, they're zoned, they're hustling, they're scrambling, they're getting good opportunities around the rim. They've stepped up their play, and right after going 9 for 27 in the first half, 9 for 12. I mean, getting good shots. Diener providing a magnificent lift, and yet they're around the rim as well. A lean team providing a lift.
The junior 6'5", 180-pounder Drake Diener has propelled DePaul into a 7-point edge.
Oh, boy, a giveaway here in the backcourt. Jones thinking Bennett was going to come back, and that really hurts. One of those unforced.
Now, this has been a relatively turnover-free game. That's only 7 for DePaul, 7 for Dayton, rather. 8. I'll get it right. It's late at night.
A nice double there. Walaskowski, they really cover beautifully and recover.
11 to go. Winner gets UConn Saturday night. Holland batted away by Sean Finn.
Nice job.
Now the line, Marshall. Jones looks inside for Finn.
He has not been able to get the touches that Walaskowski has because he doesn't post as big and tough.
10:30 to go. There's Finn again. And Greer comes back to help. Double him. Skip pass out. Touch pass. Marcus Bennett, not a shooter.
Good look. Oh,
and Finn is fouled.
That is a great look by Bennett, isn't it?
Yes.
He had the good hands. He's very responsible in catching the basketball down there.
That's going to put Sean Finn at the line. And as is the case with so many tall guys, he's not a proficient free throw shooter. Just over 50% for the year.
You know, coaches, they're not tempted when they're behind to go zone. Might not be a bad idea the other end. See if they can make some deep shots to Paul.
Wednesday on CBS, Survivors on a special night. What's gotten into the All-Stars is making them so wacky. Don't miss Survivor All-Stars in a special night Wednesday at 8, 7 Central on CBS, America's most watched network.
And I saw you roll your eyes at me on the word wacky.
No, I was just wondering what differentiates one week's Survivors from the next and makes them wacky.
Different script, maybe?
Yeah, it could be.
And making free throws as you come down the wire now. Very essential.
And DePaul, 2 of 7 on free throws tonight.
Still a straight-up man-to-man. And Diener running off the ball. Really turns in nicely. A little nickel dimer as Bennett doesn't move the puppies. With the reach in, they put pressure once they catch. Got Holland on one side, Diener on the others. They turn to the middle. Dealer's choice at the top, and then the bounce to complement it.
That's only the 4th team foul. 46-39 with a second less than 10 to play. Diener.
A nice job by Walaskowski holding off. Real solid as Brown got on the right side there. Got the foul.
Andre Brown. And that is the team 7th, so we're going back to the line where Dayton 2 of 7 so far.
And Walaskowski, good free throw shooter. He's got to step up and make these if they're going to get back in it.
Drake Diener gets a rest, and Mejia is back on the floor.
And not a bad move. That last miss, you know, maybe give him a blow. Get Mejia into the flow pretty good as he gets into the lane. And you can see their woeful performance on that charity stripe.
That's the first in this half, and it cuts the margin to 6.
Boy, guys that have been around a while just know how to play. There's just something about experience. Walaskowski on that last play knew he couldn't out-jump somebody, just held off and got fouled because of it.
10 points for Walaskowski, 5-point game, 9:48 to go.
And they go zone. And he's got to attack. Of course, Diener out gives him more opportunity to force it into a tough shot.
Holland not there. Good job of positioning by Walaskowski.
Is that old time?
Yes, it really was.
Another good, nice run by Finn. Again, the ability that doesn't make it is Williams made a great pass.
Finn got his own miss, and then Marshall can't hit from long range. It's out of bounds. DePaul ball.
Boy, you've got to make that. I mean, you run the floor, and you know he's not missing on purpose, but he gets distracted a little bit around the rim, Sean.
Well, Dayton has not had its way from beyond the arc. 1 of 12. 9:15 remaining. Holland. Oh, oops, tough pass.
Yogi would have had it. Or Roy. Tell you they're my age. Westrum.
Oh, my goodness. Mickey Cochran.
Well, come on. Let's not be silly.
Oh. Johnny Bench,
how about Rodriguez?
Okay, yeah, Pudge would do.
Pudge would handle it.
46-41. Oh, dear. Williams, Marshall, good look. And he still can't get it to fall.
Just not getting it over the top.
1 of 13 from 3-point.
And
Diener, however, that's off the mark.
And a nice job by Williams. And look at the steal on Finn, and then he recaptures.
Hell ball, possession arrow goes Dayton's way.
You know, it's just a little thing, but you attack shooters like Diener, as Williams did, just threw him off a little, had to slide the body, and then Finn's got to hold the ball high when he rebounds. Don't let the little people distract him.
46-41, 8:45 to go. And a sense of urgency in the crowd for both teams. Outside, Williams. There it is.
An inside-out one, too. And who was the provider? The Conveyors. Bennett.
2-point game, 8:20 to go. Dave Leto urging Mejia to just calm down, take your time, patience.
And after
Diener.
And after the make, they go back to man-to-man. And maybe because Diener's in there as well.
How about Cumont Greer and then ill-advised attempt for interior pass.
Why not shoot that one? He turned to the middle. Like hold off, oh my goodness, by Finn, but Walaskowski cleans it up. He'll take the crumbs.
And we're tied at 46. 7 unanswered now to equal the score.
A nice help on that pinch by Bennett. He really knows how they play.
Diener gets rid of it just in time as he was about to lose his balance. Now Mejia. Williams, the screen from Andre Brown. Little probing efforts, fall away. Deontay Holland.
Big time, huh?
Or was it ever?
A little dagger there as you're making a comeback. How about the power to turn, avoid that charge, and still deliver the goods?
Delonte Holland.
Straight up man on this end, too, as well, Vern. A nice fill. Walaskowski.
Greer. Foul.
They got the 3 earlier, but just right here, the hold off by Finn. And how about Walaskowski? Really knows where to be. And the ability to put the ball on the floor, drop step baseline, and a good non-call by the officials. Little flopperoo. Vlade lives. And then the conversion.
As in Divac,
yeah,
no
exactly.
doubt. Yeah, I thought I knew where you were going with that. Walaskowski. And one more. 7:01 to go. This is the Phoenix bracket. First round game, a 10 versus a 7. Earlier tonight, Nevada knocks off Michigan State. Equal seeding battle. And we're tied with 7:01 remaining in Buffalo. Dayton and DePaul at 48.
Mr. Davis, your
Excuse me. I'm ready for my test drive. I brought my own course.
It's Mazda's Spring Into Motion sales event. Get up to $2,500 cash back or 0.0% APR financing for 60 months on a huge selection of 2004 Mazdas. That's up to $2,500 cash back or 0% financing. Get to your Mazda dealer for a test drive. Hurry, Mazda's Spring Into Motion sales event ends March 31st.
No, 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 wrong. Mayday, mayday.
Not a good time.
Exactly, not a good time. I said it, I don't like it.
My client? How bad?
What is with the marble? Very, very bad. People don't listen. Too many trees.
Doing the smile thing?
This is a joke, right? Doing it now.
Relax. You're under budget.
We're under budget. We're under budget. We're under budget. I love it. Loves it.
Oh. Coast to coast walkie-talkies get it done. Nextel.
People aren't used to getting money, but once they do, they like it.
Gave me money?
Move your mutual funds to E-Trade Securities, the one place that rebates half your 12B1 fees. If you could own the same mutual funds and get cash back every year, why on earth wouldn't you? Call 1-800-E-TRADE-1 or visit etrade.com.
Why should you consider getting an education in the Navy? This is one of your classrooms. Navy, accelerate your life.
critics are calling Taking Lives an erotic, suspenseful, and chillingly scary film. Hitchcock would be proud. Ebert and Roper give it 2 thumbs up. Taking Lives, rated R, starts tomorrow at a theater near you.
Terry Hatcher has her eye on Charlie's brother.
I forbid you to have anything to do with my sister.
What are you gonna do, Judith? Divorce me? Marry me again and then divorce me?
A new 2.5 Men, CBS Monday.
Brian Gregory, in his first full season at Dayton University off the staff at Michigan State, said one of the turning points in this season was a loss in Laramie, Wyoming. Earlier in the year, after the loss, they went back to Denver. Just did miss a flight that was oversold. A blizzard hit. They were stuck for 4 days. Had to go out and buy lingerie for everybody and deodorant. But he said that the team really bonded during the time they were there. They finally, it took them 4 days to get back. They got back through Colorado Springs, and 24-8.
It's amazing the turnaround. Of course, they started the year out Maui with a high, and that was bonding too, and end up with that nice little post entry off the timeout. That is just great basketball. Dave Leto deploying properly, and the setup, just inferior defense basically on the post up.
There's Dave Leto's second season as the head coach at DePaul.
I remember saying to him yesterday about, you know, the impact of Calhoun. He said it's everything you do, your practice, the way you think, the way you act, how you treat the players. All of those things are part of your makeup now.
Brown yet to convert a free throw. And he still hasn't converted a free throw. 5 of 10 at the line for DePaul. So neither team very proficient. There's a block, however, from Andre Brown. Delonte Holland in the middle. Finger roll, not there. Diener saves it, and a foul is called on Warren Williams.
You know, no matter what level you play, you've got to know what you can get away with. And Dayton getting too close to the rim size-wise for the big people. An ensuing fast break, it's almost like giving a basket away. You know, Diener ends up not getting to the free throw line, but incurring the foul.
48 all, 6:31 to go. Diener will inbound. That was the 16th foul on Dayton in this half, so next trip will be a shooting foul. Now Dayton, Iguodala switches out on him. There's the little cut in the lane, and off the glass, Cumont Greer.
And you saw Finn hit the deck. He's trying to get the charge. Should have stayed big.
50-48 DePaul. Marshall, right side. Little pick and roll. Finn, deep in the post. Gets the pass. Back to Williams in the corner. Bennett, quick touch inside.
A nice
in and out, Finn, yes.
In and again, out again, Finn again.
Ha! St. Patrick's was yesterday.
That's true. We're in the right spot, though. That was a terrific gather by the big fella.
5:40 to go. Dayton and DePaul tied at 50. Diener peers inside.
Oh, what a tough cross.
Yes.
And
there was Bennett to take it away.
Yeah, giving it up.
And a chance for Dayton to reclaim the lead. They were down by 7. Had that unanswered run of 7 points to notch it, and we are tied now at 50.
There's a little guard around series, the old Celtic play. A scissor from the high post.
Back in the hands of Marshall. Diener fights through the screen with a three-pointer.
Wow, and he had been struggling for about a month, and then he lit it up at Duquesne. Ramon Marshall, huh?
A 3-point Dayton lead. They have not done well from 3-point range, and Marshall had missed his last 7. Greer, no. Loose ball. Mejia, and a foul. Well, Sammy Mejia will go to the free throw line.
That was a good one there. He just couldn't get there in time. Oh, goodness. This is a terrific delivery at a key time. The confidence level Vermont has been down the road before, and think of it, he had to guard Diener and run after him all the time, too. So that does tire you out and impacts on your jump shot.
That was the 4th foul on Marcus Bennett. He sits. Walaskowski is back on. Mark Jones, Williams, Finn, and Monty Scott for Dayton.
I mentioned at the game he had 33 points. And that should have got him out of the doldrums a little bit.
Mejia one more. Dayton by 2.
And you can see the rotation of Brian Gregory now setting guys up. Walaskowski got the rest. Now Marshall gets the rest. And the little zone look.
A little 2-3 employed by DePaul.
And Walaskowski, nice spot to get by Finn. Walaskowski stepped up and a dive behind by, that's something they hadn't run all game. That was just terrific understanding of where to go and how to get there.
Now Sean Finn, who, as we have mentioned, not the most able free throw shooter, 0 for 3 tonight, and 51% for the season.
It's a flick, isn't it?
Yes. Should a baseball player be banned from the pros because he has a bionic eye? Catch Century City on a special night Saturday after basketball on CBS, America's most watched network.
You know, Brian Gregory just told him to relax and take it. Don't worry whether you make it or miss it. Obviously thinking he'd rather him make it. Or just maybe just soothe the nerves.
And he got 1 of 2. It's a 3-point lead, under 4 to play.
And here comes Diener with a bunch of bumps.
Couldn't shake Mark Jones, however. Holland off the mark. Andre Brown puts it back, doesn't go. Walaskowski slapped by Delonte Holland.
Pretty good strength, huh?
Yes. Dayton by 3. They trailed by 7 in this half. Time called. Dayton Flyers. And the clock stops with 3 minutes and 23 seconds remaining.
Dear DirecTV, your customer service people answer the phone quickly, solve my issues, and are extraordinarily knowledgeable. If I were still single and DirecTV were a woman, I'd marry you. Thanks again, Jason Steve. Sounds like Jason's confused.
Get over 125 channels for $29.99 a month for 6 months, plus equipment and installation for up to 3 rooms free.
54-51, 3:23 remaining. And Brian Gregory getting ready to send Marcus Bennett back into the ball game despite the 4 fouls. Sensing this thing is in the balance here. 3:23 to go.
Here's a situation. He had the clock hadn't restarted. He went out, so he's trying to get it back. They have to wait for a live ball or the next dead ball.
Monty Scott inbounds for Dayton, gets it in the hands of Marshall, who had that huge 3-pointer just a few moments ago. 14-5 Dayton run after they fell behind by 7. Back outside to Marshall. Little in-air adjustment. Walaskowski is there. It's stripped away from him. Offensive board short, and Delonte Holland comes down with it.
Boy, that was physical, that particular trip.
2:50 to go. Drake Diener, number 33. Holland comes outside, gets the pass from Exelis.
Well, he and Holland, Diener and Holland really do a lot of running as they come off bumps, just like Diener on this side.
7 on the shot clock. There's Greer, not there, and Holland flies in for the rebound and draws the foul.
Big time effort, Vern. Just didn't count the house, got involved. And just great anticipation, a good shot. Benefits the offense because they can usually get a chance to tip or follow.
8th team foul. Holland will shoot 2. 1 of 1 tonight. And as you can see, an excellent free throw shooter over the course of this season.
Thank you, Mr. Lundquist. That's amazing, isn't it?
No matter habit.
Any announcer, right?
Yep.
He has really shown his ability, though. He and Diener on that, in a sense, the wingers, they both use bumps to get themselves outside.
Two-point game with 2 minutes and 23 seconds to go from Buffalo. Time called.
Sometimes in the face of insurmountable odds, unlikely heroes are born. As precious seconds ticked away, you took an impossible amount of data and turned it into something impossibly good. You have the new Microsoft Office system. Victory is yours.
So where are we on wireless?
It's obvious. Default to AT&T Wireless.
Obviously.
We could obviously consider someone else.
Well, it's obvious that wouldn't be
obvious.
But comparing high-speed wireless data networks, Sprint covers 25 million more people than AT&T Wireless in places we do business.
More people, more places? Seems pretty...
obvious? Let's check out Sprint.
With more coverage, it's just so...
self-evident.
Get better high-speed data coverage. Get the facts at Sprint.com. One Sprint, many solutions.
What can water teach us about brokerage firms? The greater the resources, the greater the power. Wachovia Securities welcomes Prudential Securities and its clients. Talk to one of our financial advisors. Together, we can achieve uncommon results. Wachovia Securities.
The Saturn Ion with dent-resistant side panels. Saturn, people first.
Back in Buffalo, and let's check the CBS Sportsline stat of the game. Points in the paint. Dayton with an edge of 16 over DePaul. Get complete tournament coverage at cbssportsline.com. 54-52 with 2:23 to go. Both teams with 3 timeouts remaining. DePaul 19 fouls. Dayton has 8. And if this thing comes down to a free throw shooting contest, hard to say
who's your favorite.
Yeah.
Both of them 7 for 13 for Dayton, 7 for 14 for DePaul. And DePaul extending the floor here. A lot more pressure. Was the turnover earlier.
Marcus Bennett, number 22, on the floor with 4 fouls. Here's Ramad Marshall, number 3.
And they go straight up, man. Little 1-4, they curl and pop back with Marshall, get into the box. That's a Michigan State play, by the way.
And here's Mark Jones in the lane, and there was Andre Brown to alternate. Diener finds Delonte Holland. Bennett tracks it down. It touches it last. It will be DePaul ball.
Now, you can see why he plays. I mean, he's out there to do anything to help his team win. Great recovery by Bennett. And here, he just sticks that hand in there. That is a hustle play. It was a basket, a great chest pass to the middle to Holland.
Exelis is out. Mejia is back in for the Blue Demons after the ball knocked out of bounds. And now Dayton counters by sending Warren Williams back in. Mark Jones will head to the bench, number 14. 1:52 to go. Winner gets UConn.
And don't forget that LeVar Shields, we hadn't mentioned it, not able to play because of a contact situation. They felt he threw a punch. So that's why we mentioned the limited team or direction that Dave Leto can go in the subcategory.
Diener, nice cut and a good block, we thought.
Woo. Woo. And so did the house. But anytime you get into traffic, you create a decision, and BG not happy with it, as you noted. You didn't like it either, Vern. But so much good can happen when you get into a situation dribble-wise, and I'm sure they can say the body rub is what did it.
Ouch for Brown, huh?
You mentioned earlier that 52 And 0 for 5. That'll get you a rash when the whistle blows.
One more chance. 2-point game. 95 seconds to go. A little too much on that one, and Marcus Bennett comes down with a rebound. The Dayton Flyers 90 seconds away.
Plenty of time if you're DePaul, though. Just be solid and run down any errant toss. And there's the target.
Walaskowski, this time he goes to his right.
And not as effectively.
Absolutely, and another chance to tie or take the lead.
He did get a great look, and Dave Leto wants the timeout, gets it.
54-52, Flyers, 1:11 to go.
How many days is 3 weeks?
21.
Won't you miss your room?
A little bit.
Won't you miss Rocky?
You know what I'm gonna miss the most?
What?
This face.
Mr. Buckley, welcome to Residence Inn.
Residence Inn. All suites with all the comforts.
Dayton by 2, 54-52, 1:11 to go. DePaul 2 timeouts left. Both teams with 9 team fouls, so we go to the double bonus. Next foul either direction, and the possession arrow significantly for DePaul.
You know who's dangerous at this time of the game? I think Sammy Mejia. And the reason I say that is he turns the corner. He's very good with the bounce.
He wears number 11 in white for DePaul. And he's got the ball in his hands. A 2-point deficit. Here's Cumont Greer, and he will go to the free throw line.
Boy, is that a quick hitter? You want something fast and aggressive. And Dave Leto on the box set throws it to the high post and a clear in the back, and great use of the bounce by Greer.
Double bonus now, so Cumont Greer goes to the free throw line to shoot 2. He's perfect on 2 thus far tonight. But as we have mentioned, neither team has been proficient at the foul line this evening. As we mentioned, neither team.
What a struggle. Bend the knees. They say he's the guy that punches in every day. It gives you effort.
There's the free throw story. 7 of 13 for Dayton. DePaul has missed 10.
There you go.
1-point game, 64 seconds to go.
Well, they got a great trap here. Oh, almost. Just couldn't get to the sideline. Exelis.
And so Dayton goes to the line to shoot a couple. Chris Exelis picks up the foul. 1:01 remaining.
And they really had the setup, the rotation. All they had to do is seal the sideline.
Now Ramad Marshall, who had a key 3-pointer in a 14-5 run earlier after Dayton had fallen behind by 7 in this half. At the foul situation, Bennett, Walaskowski with 4 each, and 4 players with 3 for DePaul. Now Marshall shoots 1 more. That one rattled around and dropped through. And time called by the Flyers of Dayton. They lead by 2. The winner of this one will take on UConn Saturday night.
Imagine steak and shrimp, or shrimp and steak. Imagine having both of these on just one plate. For me and you, a choice of shrimp and juicy steak. So happy together, so happy together.
Applebee's new steak and shrimp double features. Get happy. Eating good in the neighborhood.
Flyers lead by 2, 61 seconds to go. Both teams with a couple of timeouts remaining, and both teams are in the double bonus. DePaul has the possession arrow.
Yeah, this is a case if you're going to give up a basket, is it worth fouling at some point? You know, knowing the way Brown has struggled.
Right.
You know, it's something to be thought of going down the stretch here. The box set. They just run this earlier. Circle play.
And it comes out to Delonte Holland. He's at the top of the key. Marcus Bennett. There's Diener. Fires it inside. Kept alive. Saved by Diener. Delonte Holland. And Cumont Greer passes on the jumper. Here's Andre Brown off the mark. Holland put back. Got it!
What an effort. Second big time. Snatch around the tin.
Tied at 55. No timeout called by Brian Gregory.
He's looking like he may. Yeah.
Now he calls it.
You don't want to go too late. You want to be able to catch the ball deep, get organized, and 16 seconds gives you that opportunity.
15.9 left. Here's the game tire. Delonte Holland. 15.9 remaining. And a short timeout call by the Dayton Flyers. What do you think?
Well, they do a lot of things off the dribble with Marshall. That's one thing. If you take a look at the reset first, Vern.
55 all with 15.9 left. Dayton one timeout. Both teams in the double bonus, and free throws have been a painful part of this game.
And, you know, I wouldn't do anything with a ball screen where they can double up the dribbler.
Right.
I'd do something with Walaskowski touching the ball in the lane. He makes pretty good decisions. He and Finn are good in a high-low situation. He also can distribute the basketball to the wing. And don't forget Marshall's ability to turn it up a notch and get himself to the rim.
Brian Gregory off the staff of Tom Izzo, Michigan State. His team seeded 10th earlier tonight. Michigan State lost to a 10th seed. They lost to Nevada. The ball inbounds. Oh, boy. Sean Finn and Ramad Marshall almost collided, and that ball almost got away.
Smart play by Marshall. This is a gamble here because they can blitz it and really mess you up late.
There's the screen and the shot. It's off the mark and tracked down. Time called. Did he get time before? Now he called for it with less than a second to go.
They're going to check. No, they're going to say it's over. Now they're going to look. They're going to look.
They are going to look to see if there was time left.
Maybe 1.5 it looked like.
So now we'll check the replay to see if time was remaining.
And Vern, you can see the bringing too many people into the area on that ball screen makes it tough to get a good look. I mean, that's a real difficult situation.
Diener had the ball with time remaining, but he attempted to throw it down court, then saw nobody open, and then called time. So conversation continues at the scoring table. Drama continues in Buffalo. We'll give you the result when we come back.
Aye, oh, let's go. Aye, oh, let's go. Aye, oh, let's go. Aye, oh, let's go.
Life's all about options. Now more than ever, so is your wireless phone. Welcome to Go Phone Service with flexible payment options, unlimited weekends, and no annual contract. Plus your choice of an LG flip phone and plans that start at $19.99. Go Phone, only from AT&T Wireless.
Let's go.
Multitasking is great, except when you're driving. Answer the cell phone, referee the kids in the back seat, drink your coffee. We all do it. But Allstate knows if you do it a little less, you're less likely to have an accident or get a ticket. Keep a safe record and Allstate can save you up to 20%. Safe drivers cost everyone less. They should pay less. That's Allstate, Stan. Are you in good hands?
Back in Buffalo, we are going to overtime. It was determined that no time remained as Drake Diener called timeout. 55-55. There's Drake Diener of the Diener family from Fond du Lac. His cousin Travis, a star at Marquette. His brother Drew was a star at St. Louis. And Drake Diener had a hot second hand. Now Dave Leto is saying he called timeout. They looked at it and determined that no time left.
He's saying they looked at the monitor.
Well, the first overtime game of the first round here on Thursday. And we'll play 5 more from Buffalo, New York, as Dayton and DePaul are tied at 55. Neither team is led by more than 7 in this one. This low-scoring game in which neither team shot well in the first half. A little better off here in the second.
Delonte Holland really the reason they're in this overtime. He just made some big gathers and finishes. Straight up, minute.
There's a screen and roll. Ramad Marshall and Walaskowski. Diener and Warren Williams has it, number 11.
This is how they develop the back screen. Look at this play. Great set out of the timeout. Wow, Tom Izzo will be proud of that one. They faked the little side pick and roll. Finn goes to the tin. Walaskowski with the delivery.
You got a 6'8" Walaskowski to a 7-footer Sean Finn.
That's just a well-designed, orchestrated play. The pick and roll here, the go to the goal, that is just solid. Pretty play.
57-55, 4:19 remaining in OT. Mejia, number 11. Winner of this one goes up against UConn on Saturday night. They defeated Vermont earlier here in Buffalo. This first overtime game of the first day. Catch and shoot. Diener got it.
And just a little tad late. Marshall trying to play both ends of the floor.
Tied once again at 57. Two schools with this great basketball tradition going back to the 40s and even beyond. DePaul and Dayton.
And they do back screen to get Walaskowski in the lane, then a high pick and roll. But they do run some stuff at you.
Yes, sir. Sean Finn in the low post, fronted by Andre Brown. They go to the corner, and Bennett has problems with the handle. 7 on the shot clock. Again, the high pick and roll. Walaskowski spots up for 3. Off the mark, Andre Brown, and they catch Sean Finn. Diener with a quick shot. Nice release here.
Just a great job using the bumps. And you can see you trail him. You've got to hug his hip if you're going to trail. You can't give any separation. Catches and delivers beautifully, efficiently, and quickly.
Yeah, at the other end now, Andre Brown is 0 for 6 tonight.
Come on, Andre. Concentrate. Oof. Tough.
Exelis comes on for DePaul. Jones is on for Mejia for Dayton. 57 all. Look at the inability to can the free throws. 8 of 15, 8 of 19.
Just a little harsh with that one.
Yep.
Again, he's around it.
0 for 8. 3:20 remaining in OT.
He's got to make up for it now, defending Finn and rebounding. That's how you get even.
Walaskowski liked that last alley-oop. He looked inside at Finn this time.
Nice curl by Marshall.
Yes, it was. Marshall, and the foul is called on Exelis.
They trailed him, and no way he get even with him, Vern.
Brian Gregory, in his first season, head coach, Dayton Flyers.
That's his third of the night.
Ramad Marshall trying to break the tie. Whoa. This has not been pretty from 15 feet away.
It is amazing, the struggle.
Leading scorers, Diener and Marshall. This is Marshall at the line. But free throw ineptitude has been as much a part of the story as rebounds and three-point field goals in this one. The turnovers, not many. They've protected the ball well. And a donut drawn on this trip.
And nice hustle by Finn, and then Walaskowski runs it down.
Biggest lead. Both teams have enjoyed 7-point margins in this ball game.
Nice discard in the post area.
Jones, Marshall, Diener got him.
It's amazing. They got twice now. They've got caught behind, which means they're really using their bumps beautifully.
And that's going to send Dayton back to the free throw line. UConn won earlier against Vermont, and they await the winner here, either DePaul or Dayton on Saturday night. Marshall back at the line. He's 1 of 4.
And 76%, as we noted, and it continued. It really is infectious right now.
Yeah.
Everybody having a dilemma.
Unbelievable.
It is. It is incredible. Look at that number. 76%, 1 for 5, and that's your leader and your point guard. So It impacts on everybody.
Dayton is now 9 of 19 from the line. DePaul is 8 of 20 from the line.
Billy Schmidt will be blamed for that, the assistant to Brian Gregory.
1-point game, 2:40 to go. Diener tries to fight and get away from Jones and can't quite.
Holland comes up with big plays, but out here he's not going to be able to do it unless it's a rebound. Mahea's going to have to use the dribble quickly.
Tries the screen from Andre Brown. Their version of the pick and roll. Diener, 5 on the shot clock. Here's Cumont Greer. Andre Brown fouled. He's going back to the line.
And if they give it to Walaskowski, I believe they do. Let's see.
It is Walaskowski. That's his.
Okay, third, all right. Let's hear who they were going to give it to. Finn in the rear. I don't know if he lost it on the way up, but the way Brown has been struggling. Come on, get it over the front. Just bend those knees.
0 for 9.
You know, years ago, we had a kid used to, bless himself.
2:18 to go. Andre Brown at the free throw line, where he has yet to convert tonight. And this is his 10th chance. This to give DePaul a tie. He's 0 for 10.
And what a play. Once again, the hustle play. The effort. Greer that time getting a piece of it to save it.
We were tied at 55 at the start of the overtime. It's 58-57 right now. Largest lead by either team, 7. And this one out of bounds, touched last by Cumont Greer.
And collectively, Walaskowski and Finn got over there. They blocked it and hit off his back.
Pressure applied. Exelis. Marshall ahead of Jones. Finn. Foul by Brown.
And that's the way to foul, though. You don't want to give a guy a chance to put it up on the glass. That's a good basketball foul. Making sure you go after the basketball, and a terrific decision. And to gather and just getting yourself established parallel to the glass.
As difficult as the night has been for Andre Brown, it has been almost as difficult for this man, Sean Finn, at the free throw line, where he tonight is 1 of 5.
Wow. Give him the dog.
Now he's 2 of 6.
Now, there are other things you do to contribute, but as it gets down to the end, the guy that steps up and has the ability to convert these turns it into wins.
Long rebound off the back iron to the hands of Sammy Mahea. 59-57, and DePaul will use a timeout. 1:48 to go in overtime. Dayton by 2.
Dear Daryl, do you actually use the products you endorse?
Yes, I do, and I like them a lot.
Morning, Daryl.
Morning, Hank. Sincerely, Daryl Waltrip.
Brought to you by Toyota, the newest member of the Truck Series, and proud of it.
Great teams are often forged over the hot coals of adversity. On the eve of the big meeting, the third quarter numbers suddenly changed. But so did your presentation, automatically. You have the new Microsoft Office system. It's a Cinderella story.
Flyers lead by 2, 1:48 to go in the overtime. Both teams with 2 timeouts left, and both teams in the double bonus. The possession arrow, DePaul's favor. Andre Brown 0 for 10 at the free throw line. The rest of the team 8 for 12. Mahea. Cumont Greer, Andre Brown turns around, and it's taken away. Hell ball now, it's ruled.
Tell you what, that's just going the other way by Dayton. He just blocked it and stole it. Quick whistle. Nice duck in. Finn at a disadvantage, but the size wins out. Here gets a little help. And right there, this is just a quick whistle.
Yes, sir.
Wow. That's like closing time. Get it out of here.
59-57 after the held ball interpretation. Exelis back on for DePaul. The possession arrow was in favor of DePaul.
And he calls the timeout. Yep.
Yes.
A little loop to
Drake
the
Dieter
sideline.
call time. Excuse me, Bill. 59-57. 93 seconds to go in OT.
Apparently, somebody was up late last night. Make that somebody's. And that's okay. Because if you work hard, you play hard. Right? Right. Just don't look in the mirror. Unless you're using Nivea for Men Revitalizing Lotion Q10. Q10 replenishes the coenzymes that your skin loses over time. So your skin feels healthy, firm, and fit. Even when you don't. Nivea for Men Revitalizing Lotion Q10. More evolved skincare.
I think I figured out what I want to do with my life.
Yeah, that is?
Help people and be incredibly successful.
Okay.
If I gave 100 people a shot at a decent life, then they'd be successful. And that makes me successful.
Sounds like a nice plan. Someone's hiring for that?
.93 seconds to go in OT. Dayton still with a 2-point edge. DePaul now with 1 timeout remaining. And both teams remain in the double bonus.
And a little confusion at the scorers table with the 15 on the shot clock. I don't know what they'd be addressing right now.
Dave Lato's over trying to eavesdrop.
Get an edge. You always like an edge.
Yeah. 93 seconds remaining.
Big dialogue going here.
Yes.
I mean, it doesn't seem like there should be any situation. No correctable error. Ball was inbounded. Diener on the sideline called the timeout.
Right.
And now they're just checking for a time discrepancy, whether one should have come off the game as well as the shot clock. Jim Stupid's pretty good if he can understand Brian Gregory at this time of the game. The quick talking, smile a little bit. Both guys have a lot of passion. Let's see, they're going to keep it 133 and 15.
Well, now they have inbounded the play with 10 on the shot clock right now, 129 on the game clock. Here's Diener.
And they get the mismatch they want. They got to help.
Cumont Greer, jumper off the glass, and he will go to the line.
And what a nice play. A mismatch. Jones ends up the belly rub and getting to the free throw line. Let's see if guys can step up and stick them in. That's the key thing now as they go down the stretch. 68% for Cumont Greer.
Well, encouraging news for DePaul. He is 3 of 4 tonight. And he's got a chance to shoot 2 and tie this one up.
Well, he gets the knees right in it, doesn't he?
One more. Walaskowski's back on the floor for Dayton, replacing Iguodala.
The deepest knee bend I can remember this year is Chevy Troutman at Pitt. He really gets down low. You've got to accentuate. A lot of coaches at a young age will tell you that just to get you used to that rhythm. You end up on your toes all the way through it. That's perfect.
We're tied at 59. 1:19 to go. Ramad Marshall brings it across the timeline. Mark Jones pops out.
And Walaskowski, one of the key playmakers, they kept Marshall off the stagger.
Here's Marshall, little fadeaway, short. Rebound, Delonte Hall.
Oh, pull the string just a little bit on that look.
.50 seconds remaining. Diener. Here's Hall. Finn comes over. Diener almost lost it, goes back, retrieves it.
And nice defense on Holland, too.
Mark Jones, there's the high screen set by Brown. Diener. Holland, crossover. 5 on the shot clock. This is Greer, goes baseline, up, short. Finn rebounds.
They've got the hammer now. Let's see if they call a timeout to let them play. They're going to call it.
With 20.7 remaining.
Dave Lato's got to be careful. He doesn't want a technical.
He's out in the middle of the floor.
People aren't used to getting money, but once they do, they like it.
Give me money?
Move your mutual funds to E-Trade Securities, the one place that rebates half of 12B1 fees. If you could own the same mutual funds and get cash back every year, why on earth wouldn't you? Call 1-800-E-TRADE-1.
With Whitney back in the game, it's almost a situation where you don't want an intentional foul, but as soon as he catches that ball, you got to foul him. This guy is a 59% free throw shooter. Almost would like to foul him before the clock starts. Just have the referee see you with a little hold and not have it called an intentional foul. Now, 5.7 seconds is not a world of time, but it is certainly enough time to get up the court and get a shot. Question is, do you need a 2 or 3? At least a 3. Whitney has done everything else today. You can see 59.6%.
Good ball. Dave Lato, who came out near the center of the court and may have been fortunate not to have been teed up.
A lot of patience by the official. He is very lucky. Even if he may have been right, that could have been very costly. Right now, I think Walaskowski's got to get a touch because he's the playmaker. Same inbounds pass. Give it back to Marshall to set. And you want the last look and a chance maybe to tip. That's all you want.
Monty Scott is down low, guarded by Holland. Now 9 seconds to go. This is Jones, now Marshall. Good help from Andre Brown. Rebound, timeout is called with 0.2 seconds to go.
He's going to want more later.
And they will check the replay. Steve Welmer, who is the alternate official, is there to help give some advice and counsel. And this is to determine when the timeout was called.
A couple of more tenths, maybe. What do you think, Vern?
At best.
Right. Finn did a nice job of harassing there. And a good defensive show here. And they get the open look.
Monty Scott. And the check now to see if more time is on the clock when the timeout was called. 59-59, these two teams. Neither team is led by more than 7 throughout. Another look at what the officials are looking at right now, Bill.
It's not the catch, it's when the timeout is called. And they start right in there, I think just under a second. Yep. Just right in there, they got a quick timeout. Let's see.
59-59. It was tied 55 all at the end of regulation. And 0.2 of a second now. They may be putting a little back. Yes, 0.4.
Which is a potential catch and release. You know what I mean?
So 0.4 has been put back on the clock. And time remaining. DePaul is out of timeouts. Dayton with 1 left. And there you see the 0.4 that has been put back on the clock. So we're 0.4 of a second away from our second overtime. DePaul and Dayton here in Buffalo, New York.
If you're Dayton, your biggest concern now is fouling on this particular play. They'll probably go the length of the floor. And there's no time for anything but a quick redirection of the pass.
Yeah, you couldn't take possession. You'd almost have to just touch it into the basket.
Right, redirection. That's all you could do at this point. A back screen might come from Brown for Holland. And I would never leave Diener alone. I don't care where he is. And this is a nice job by putting Finn on the basketball.
Well, every time I see this circumstance, I think of Duke, Kentucky. And I think of Grant Hill throwing it in with nobody guarding him.
Now they get the ball back, Dayton, underneath the basket. That reminds me of Al McGuire, if you remember, in Atlanta.
Yes.
He walked down to the end of the floor. Everybody's wondering what he was looking at. He was looking for the scoreboard so they could throw the baseball pass against Charlotte, if you recall.
Up in the air, and it nicks the scoreboard. No time expired. 0.4 of a second left. Time called, Dayton ball.
Cheryl acts like she doesn't even know that Alan likes her. But Veronica said Cheryl was flirting with him, and I completely understand and know where Veronica's
Well, her
coming
night minutes don't start until 9, so she talks to us for another...
kissing and hugging and stuff.
Uh-oh.
A few weeks ago, rumors going around that I liked him, and everyone was like, yeah.
With Sprint, unlimited night minutes start at 7 instead of 9. And they're the ones who built their network from the ground up, and they built it right.
2 more hours? How'd you guys do it?
We just turned back time.
Now get unlimited night minutes starting at 7 p.m. with any new service plan, and 2 free Sprint PCS phones. Sprint PCS.
There are a lot of shampoos out there, but there's only one Ultimate Clean. It gives fine, oily, and flaky hair an amazing clean. Head & Shoulders Ultimate Clean for shower fresh hair that's 100% flake-free all day.
Grab some body wash from Old Spice.
Put my love to the test.
It has a dual-action formula, so you'll get really clean, smell really great.
Hey, Ben. Need help with your anatomy homework?
Body wash from Old Spice.
Well, an extraordinary play. DePaul throws it, and it hits the scoreboard. It's 59 all with 0.4 of a second, and Dayton will be allowed to inbound. And now the possibilities of that redirection of the ball much more likely.
And you know what's nice is, at least for Dayton, it is Iguodala in the game. They will probably lob it. Iguodala is one of the extra. Let's see if he is on the floor.
Yes, he's number 42.
Okay, he is on. And this is it. Walaskowski go one way. Finn will go to the rim. They might just step and cut Iguodala to the rim. He's a fantastic. Holland trying to take away that angle.
They stack him. Marshall is the inbound. The tip.
He got fouled, too.
And it's not called either.
Wow. I don't know. Brian Gregory saying the same thing. Well designed and executed. Watch the wrist.
Here's the play. There's the contact. Wow. No foul call.
The car's in, the hydrant's out. Let's go. You don't never need help. So nobody else. All you got to do now. Spread yourself. Whatever you do, love, love.
The only thing you need is what's inside.
Oh, yeah. Action! Remember, when you hit the water, I need you to hydroplane out of control. Water! Remember, out of control. Cut! No, cut! Cut. Back in. Fire the stunt driver.
The Michelin Hydro Edge with Michelin-engineered hydro chutes. It's our best performing tire in its class. Michelin, because so much is riding on your tires.
And so we begin a new day in Buffalo with a double overtime game. Dayton and DePaul, first round in the Phoenix bracket. NCAA basketball from Buffalo, New York. The winner of this game, ultimately, there will be one, will advance to meet UConn on Saturday night. And let's check the tired players on the floor. Andre Brown and Sean Finn will jump. And for the Dayton Flyers, it's Marshall and Jones and Walaskowski. Iguodala, I believe, is still on the floor. No, it's Marcus Bennett who's back.
And they stole the tap. It should be red ball.
It is.
Brown didn't let that get up. You started, you said early today, snow and a little nippy.
Yes.
When you go outside tonight, it'll be spring.
No chance.
And they have forgotten Walaskowski, by the way, I think, in terms of creating from his post-up.
Opening seconds, I beg your pardon, Bill. Second overtime. Not much scoring in this game. There were only 4 points scored by either team in the first OT. There's the screen set by Sean Finn. Now Walaskowski right side. Little jumper. Jones not there. Rebound DePaul.
And Walaskowski got right to the rim. Not a bad look for Jones.
Sammy Mejia, number 11, looks at the 5 on the floor for DePaul. Andre Brown, number 4. Cumont, Greer, Drake Diener, and Delonte Holland, number 5. And Mejia has it in his hands.
And DePaul's had a lot of these guys on the floor for a great amount of time. Oh, not a good look.
No. That was Andre Brown with the turnover. Marshall, quick. Runner. Oh. Finn with a follow.
Shark, Finn, attack. That's it.
Brian Gregory urging his Dayton Flyer team to get back on defense.
How about that? The big fella.
Runner, Mejia, Andre Brown.
How about that? Brown able to contribute. They don't get back here, and Jones is open.
Doesn't go. Off the rim. Here comes DePaul. Mejia. 3.5 to go in the second overtime. Tied at 61. Now Mejia.
How about that play by Mejia earlier? Drags the D and then finds his partner at the rim.
9 ties, 8 lead changes. We're in double overtime from Buffalo. Mejia. Back it goes to Holland. 12 points in the game. Jumper off the mark. And the rebound, Walaskowski.
And a nice job by Bennett defensively. Forced that tough sliding jumper.
Ramad Marshall. Here's Jones. He looks for Walaskowski, who's being overplayed.
You got to keep him going to base. Here's the double, and nobody cut.
Brown, turnover. Cumont, Greer. Marshall's back. Foul.
And they're going to give 2 shots. Saying he was on the way to the rim in the act of shooting, and not a bad giveaway. Walaskowski attacked with the double, and it creates the turnover. And right here, heads-up play. You're not going to be able to do anything in the open floor. Marshall with the giveaway.
And Cumont Greer goes to the free throw line, where tonight he has been the best of these DePaul Blue Demons. He's 5 of 6 tonight. Oh.
Snuck it in. You need the legs, and they are a little bit tired. Dave Leto has yo-yoed just a few heads to stay in this thing.
Now, neither team has shown much proficiency at the free throw line tonight. DePaul 11 of 25, but Greer is 6 of 7. 6 of 8. 1 point DePaul lead. 2:43 to go. Second overtime from Buffalo, New York. First round, Phoenix bracket. And DePaul leading by 1. There's the screen from Walaskowski.
And they get him to the block. What a nice play. They ran it earlier in the game. Just a terrific. Ooh, is he okay? I think he just tripped on the baseline. Just a nice play as he gets all the way in through here. Solid. And just not quick enough to make both. You know, just one of those, just get up there as quickly as you can. But he knew he was in traffic, hesitated, and got the contact.
And Walaskowski, 4 of 6 tonight.
Survival of the fittest here. We talk about survival, huh? All of these individuals, they will be exhausted after this one.
Andre Brown back in. Chris Exelis at the line, and here's Walaskowski for the Dayton lead with 2:27 to go in the second overtime.
Nice to have been around, seniors.
And a hometown kid. He is from Dayton. Walaskowski, 16 points and 16 rebounds tonight.
Alter High School have had a few out there. The Paxtons.
Here's Drake Diener, a drive, and he's fouled by Williams.
Using those hands, that's a sign you're a little fatigued. And Diener using that bounce effectively because they love to close out on him.
Now, Diener, I'm sure a sense of relief among DePaul fans to see him at the line. He's 2 for 2 and 85% for the year. And a chance now for DePaul to reclaim the lead.
He doesn't even fool with the 10, does he?
Reporting back in for DePaul, number 13, Chris Exelis.
Drake Diener, one more. Exelis back on the floor. Diener perfect at the line. 2:13 to go, second overtime. Drake Diener has just hit a couple at the free throw line. It's a 1-point lead. Here's Walaskowski. A little too strong. Cumont Greer with the rebound. And with less than 2 minutes to go in the second OT, the Blue Demons of DePaul, seeded 7th, have a 1-point edge over the Flyers of Dayton.
It's not a pretty free throw shooting contest, but Diener now using the dribble again. He just got to the free throw line earlier. This time a nice spin. One of the few guys that's been consistently effective from the free throw line.
11 ties, 11 lead changes. Largest lead in the ball game, 7 by both teams. The last 7-point lead in this half was by DePaul. And now Diener back at the line where he is 4 of 4 tonight. Good. UConn advanced earlier tonight with a win over Vermont, the 2nd seed over the 15th seed. And they will rest and await the winner of this one on Saturday night in the Phoenix bracket. Here's Diener to give DePaul a 3-point lead.
Of course, fouling him, it's practically automatic.
22 points for Diener and a 3-point lead for DePaul.
Needs something going to the rim.
Marshall off the glass. Got it.
A little kiss. And then again.
90 seconds to go in the second OT. This is Chris Exelis, number 13, with the ball in his hands.
This is a circle play UConn ran. Dave Leto runs the same thing. Good with the bounce here, as well as Diener coming off the stagger.
There he is. Wow. There it is.
You just relax and he bites you. Early.
Diener with 24 points, 65 seconds to go.
Last 6 points.
Timeout, Dayton Flyers.
Well, he beat him with the bounce twice to get to the free throw line. This time he comes off the curl. A little nylon. Take that, huh? Cousin up in Milwaukee.
It's going to be insane is what it's going to be. I can't wait. This one's going to be so awesome. What do you think? This last week in school was crazy. It was hectic. I cannot wait until this party. Do you understand? I need to blow off some steam. Like, you know Jocelyn, she's going to be at this party, man. Hey, where are we going? What are we doing?
It takes a lot of guts to talk to your friends about their problems with marijuana or drinking.
We really need to talk.
But it could make all the difference.
You've got to step up. Close out all of the pressure. Trust everything you've been taught. And just believe you can do it. You know, my first day on the job sure felt familiar.
There are over 360,000 NCAA student athletes, and just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
DePaul has the edge with 58.4 to go in the second OT. Dayton has used its last timeout. DePaul with 1 remaining, and that possession arrow still pointing in DePaul's direction. Drake Diener with 7 of 10 from the field tonight, and a total of 24 points. The last 6, most significantly.
And he's tireless, too.
55 to go. Second OT from Buffalo. Marshall.
Tough shot.
Yes.
And they go the other way with it. I think, is it Walaskowski? Yeah, offensive foul as he tried to load up for the rebound. Not the kind of shot you need at this particular juncture in the game.
And I think that is exactly, Bill, what Brian Gregory is saying to Ramad Marshall. And Walaskowski has fouled out the senior from Dayton, 6'8", 231, a double-double, 16 points, 16 rebounds, and a terrific career if indeed this is the last one.
And showing some real nice leadership qualities there as he gets everybody together, and then Brian Gregory has to make a decision, and he goes with a guy who's been sensational, Marcus Bennett, in a roll situation. Good defender. Guy makes the good, sharp, crisp passes. And the big thing they lose with Walaskowski is his ability to find different people, as well as his catching of the basketball in the lane.
That's going to put Delonte Holland at the line for DePaul. with 50 seconds to go, second overtime.
You got to still think, too, no matter what happens for Dayton. Don't be silly and try and tie it with a long one. Just get to the rim. A couple of possessions going to remain here.
You know, with the exception of Diener and Cumont Greer, the free throw shooting, I can't think of a kinder word than pitiful.
Abysmal, maybe.
Yeah, pathetic comes there. 69-65, 45 seconds to go.
Nice pass.
Finn, it's a 2-point game.
And that's really sharp and intelligent. See if they...
Diener's the guy you don't want to foul.
Oh, my goodness, why? That's 3 times now. He has fouled the guy that's just magical on the free throw line. I mean, first of all, don't let him get it. That's A. B, force him to pick it up and give it to somebody else, then let them foul as quickly as possible.
So Diener goes back to the line where tonight he is 6 of 6.
Number 33, Drake Diener.
Boy, he's got pretty form.
Perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Imagine he and Travis in a free throw shooting contest.
Right.
Great story of the Cousins and their ability and their success. That wouldn't have counted in one of their contests. It hit the rim.
Full court pressure now. Here's Jones.
He's still thinking, too. It's a 2-possession game, but you got to get to the rim.
Off the glass, this one goes. 2-point game.
And they get right on Diener. Don't let him get a catch. And they get a hold again. Oh, goodness.
Marcus Bennett.
And Diener's looking at his hands for claw marks. And they give it to Bennett or they give it to Jones?
Let's see. Was it 22? Or was it 14?
Yeah, Jones right here.
Yeah, it's going to be Jones.
Yeah. I mean, he's holding me, and then he looked as though he were innocent. He was the perpetrator.
So Diener back at the line. He's still perfect tonight.
What an asset. It's so overlooked by everybody. What you can do at the foul line, it just sustains things for you.
That's Walaskowski wondering if his career is complete.
And same principle now. The quick deuce. You don't need the tray. Tough shot.
Put back a little too strong. Sean Finn. Holland, it's on the floor. Held ball. Yes, held ball. And the possession arrow, DePaul.
And Brian Gregory out there to make sure. And they go the other ways. They got to be ready now. You got to be set defensively if you're Dayton.
Career high tonight for Drake Diener of 28 points. And most significantly has been his free throw shooting down the stretch, particularly in this second overtime.
What bigger stage, huh? Solid.
That ought to do it.
Oh, you're going international, huh?
That's the plan.
All right. See you tomorrow.
Hey, Frank, little help.
Here you go, guys.
Hey, ragazzi!
Hey, Franco, mi aiuti?
Ci vediamo.
Ciao, Franco.
Ciao.
Ecco i pacchi dall'America.
Sì, lavoriamo con l'estero,
Ti ringrazio.
Complimenti.
Global shipping with a very familiar face. UPS, what can Brown do for you?
Nokia, connecting people.
Chevrolet most valuable players of the game. Keith Walaskowski, 16 points, 15 rebounds for Dayton. And Drake Diener, 28 points. Perfect 10 of 10 from the line thus far for DePaul. 8.8 remaining.
And right now the vision taken away. You just don't want Diener to get it. They're going to have a foul already about Marshall before it's inbounded.
Cumont Greer will inbound it. Does, and there's the foul on Monty Scott. And Chris Exelis is going to go to the line.
Exelis around 75%.
Foul called on number 1, Monty Scott. That's his second.
A Toronto youngster, so I'm sure he's got some people here.
First time at the line tonight.
Interesting note, he moved to West Virginia because it was a teacher's strike. And close to home now. Well, it continues, huh? Number 3-3 is on the free throw line. And Dave Leto saying no fouls.
Look at those numbers. DePaul 20 of 37. 21 of 38.
Now this has got to be a speed dribble and a quick deuce, if anything.
Williams gets the screen.
And that's it.
Yep.
That
12.3 to go.
And what a stick-to-it game for both coaches. But Dave Leto's guys shorthanded and really in trouble early. Just hung tough.
And Greer will inbound again. Double OT. Another foul, and Exelis going to run down to the free throw line at the other end.
Oh my goodness, gut-wrenching is all you can say for both teams.
74-69, 11.4 to go. And Exelis back at the line.
Disappointed Dayton group. Brian Gregory saying these kids had done so many things but win an NCAA game, and that's key for them. And on the other hand, the ecstasy of Dave Leto and his worthy and valiant performers.
One more free throw now for Exelis.
And you know what that sets up?
It sets up Dave Leto against Jim Calhoun.
Teacher, pupil.
Yes. 10 to go. And 7-point lead equals the largest by either team in this ball game. And Brown throws it down the other end. That one will not count in double overtime. Dave Leto and the DePaul Blue Demons knock out Brian Gregory and the Flyers of Dayton. DePaul 22-9. They go up against UConn here in Buffalo on Saturday night. The 7 seed against the 2 seed, the student against the teacher. And in double OT, we say goodnight from Buffalo. We're going to take you back to our New York studios. And Greg Gumbel is Greg.
Vern and Raft, take a rest. 76-69. DePaul a winner and advances to play UConn. Meanwhile, in Raleigh, Arizona fell to Seton Hall. The Pirates, down 14 at one point, came roaring back. Here's Kevin Harlan at the end.
Iguodala, and intercepted in Seton Hall, will advance and play Duke on Saturday. A sensational comeback, down by 14, Greg Gumbel.
So Seton Hall will move on to play Duke, the Big East, 3-0 on the day. In Seattle, Gonzaga knocked off Valparaiso 76-49. The second seed Bulldogs will move on to play Nevada. And the Air Force Falcons gave it a valiant effort, but came up short against the Tar Heels of North Carolina. The ACC 4-0 on the day. 12 hours ago, we tipped this day off, and what a day it has been.
It has been terrific. I mean, culminating with that double overtime win by DePaul, and what a nice comeback by Seton Hall, down 14. They just never gave up and got a terrific win.
How about the rookie's first day in here? Look at him. His eyes are dazzled.
We saw lots. We saw lots of parity today. We saw the contrasting styles. Hey, I had so much fun. Let's do it tomorrow. You want to come back tomorrow?
I will be here.
In about 35 minutes, we got to be back here, so let's do it.
Settle down. It's a long tournament. Meanwhile, let's remind you of what we have coming our way tomorrow. First of all, late tonight on The Late Show with David Letterman. Dave welcomes comedian Dave Chappelle and Carmen Electra. That's coming up right here on CBS after your late local news. Opening round of the NCAA tournament continues tomorrow at noon Eastern time. Our noon and 12:30 tip-offs include Utah, the number 11 seed in the St. Louis bracket, going up against 6th seed Boston College. The next round a couple of hours later, and included in this matchup, take a look at what's happening out of the East Rutherford bracket. Number 2 seed Oklahoma against number 15 seed Eastern Washington. Tomorrow evening, right around 7 p.m. Eastern time, our tips will include Florida A&M, the number 16 seed, against top seed Kentucky in the St. Louis bracket. And then our late round of games includes Central Florida and Pittsburgh, Illinois, Chicago against Kansas. We thank you for joining us on a terrific day of college basketball. For all of us here at CBS Sports, for Seth and for Clark, I'm Greg Gumbel. See you tomorrow.
UAB and Washington. We got to hit on that, show some highlights on that later.
We saw Texas Tech moving on against St. Joe's. Concern for Martelli against Knight in round 2, real quick?
Well, hey, there'd be more concern if Bob Knight had a week to prepare, right. But I think it's going to be interesting to see how the guards dominate that matchup, because there aren't any better guards in the country than Jameer Nelson and Delonte West.
Okay, so Florida going out. What about Alabama out of the SEC conference that has trouble in the NIT last night? The Salukis, certainly a live team, and Darren Brooks is the go-to guy. Knocks down the shot. Salukis up with 13.4 to play. Kennedy Winston brings it up court, and Antoine Petway, who was 1 for 7 from the floor before this shot, gets the floater to go. Gators up 1, 2.8. Again, the Salukis look to Brooks to be their hero.
Got a good shot.
Yeah, he did.
Just didn't go down.
Got the fadeaway, created space, just missed it.
Boy, and what a great game Darren Brooks had. 25 points and went 5 of 5 from 3. And Southern Illinois can really get out and defend. This was a terrific win for Alabama. They really had to gut it out. And Ernest Shelton with 18 points with 4 of 7 from 3.
Well, very familiar with close games. They played a lot of them, lost a lot of them, also won their share of them. That would seem to help you in the postseason. Syracuse and BYU. Jerry McNamara playing on Carmelo Anthony's new home in Denver. And without Anthony, who was going to step up? Yeah, the answer was McNamara in this game. He just kept taking threes and making them. He had 28 points in the first half. The whole team had 42. Rafael Araujo for BYU keeps the Cougars up by 1 there. He had 24, but McNamara, just too much. 9 threes. That's within 2 of the record for a game in the NCAA tournament. Jeff Fryer had 11. McNamara, 43 points for Syracuse. That's the most in the millennium. Going back to 99, Wally Serbiak had more. You can see the rest of the team had 37. He had 9 threes. The rest of the team had 2.
Well, Jerry McNamara was an absolute man in this ball game, and he had to handle the ball all game long and still find his shot. But Syracuse, interestingly, went man-to-man in this ball game because BYU was getting so many open looks. They were beating the ship, getting the ball inside. Syracuse's man was pretty darn good. They played all the time in practice. 4-13 game, Maryland UTEP. Gary Williams thought his team might be mentally drained off the ACC title. They ran into a tough UTEP team that crawled back in this game in the second half. Chris Craig, the triple, ties it at 81 after free throws. Put Maryland up by 3. Craig gets it again up top. This time the fall away, well defended, doesn't get the shot to go. One more desperation heave, doesn't go. And a deep breath for Gary Williams as his team has just enough team to hold on in this game.
Well, 6 straight wins for Maryland. They're playing well at the right time of the year. A young team that just keeps getting better with every experience. The ACC Conference Tournament Championship and now an NCAA tournament win under their belt. 9 underclassmen. The future is bright, not just in this tournament when we look down the road here in the bracket, potentially a team that could make it to the Final 8, but also down the road when you look at next season and beyond, a dangerous Terp team.
Next, two more recent national champs, Syracuse and Maryland meeting around to Stanford, Alabama. An Alabama team that's dangerous, you think, for Stanford in the second round?
Dangerous, long, but they're young. But they have quickness, and Stanford tends to struggle at times with quickness.
Texas struggled against Princeton in the first half here before finally Brandon Mouton would get it going. The Tigers had their way, even though they couldn't make a 3, still had the lead before Mouton began to light it up. 8 of the first 11 points to begin the second half for Texas. Mouton again, he would finish with a game-high 23. It was a struggle for Texas, a team that struggles to score sometimes, Jay, but they eventually got it going.
Yeah, it's always a struggle when you play Princeton. North Carolina found that out when they played Air Force, the same kind of style, but Texas stayed patient. They played some 2-3 zone, a little 1-2-2 pressure, and they kept going to the offensive glass. That's what kept them in it, especially in the first half.
44-24 edge in the second half for Texas. Now it'll be Texas against North Carolina. Roy Williams against Rick Barnes, familiar rivals from their Big 12 days.
No question, but also familiar in that Texas has a ton of depth, so North Carolina cannot afford to get in foul trouble, especially Sean May. He's going to have a lot of big bodies running at him for 40 minutes.
We will come back on College Game Night. We'll look ahead to marquee matchup, Louisville and Xavier battling in one of the more compelling games. And is the Illustrator going to get fired up postseason style, Jay?
Yeah, I got my finger ready to draw.
Oh, wow. We'll be back.
If a lazy moment turns into the right moment, will you be ready? Introducing Cialis, the first tablet for erectile dysfunction that gives you up to 36 hours to choose the moment that's right for you and your partner. New Cialis goes to work fast and can work for up to 36 hours. Cialis is not for everyone. If you take nitrates for chest pain or certain alpha blockers for prostate problems or high blood pressure, do not take Cialis. Such combinations could cause a sudden unsafe drop in blood pressure. Don't drink alcohol in excess with Cialis. The most common side effects were headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. Erections lasting longer than 4 hours, though rare, require immediate medical help. Discuss your health status with your doctor to ensure Cialis is right for you and you are healthy enough for sexual activity. Ask your doctor if a free sample of prescription Cialis is right for you. 36-hour Cialis. When the moment is right, will you be ready?
Tonight we'll be playing Besmer, and it's always a big game against Besmer.
Go Nimrod! The Nimrod machine has to start tonight to get to where we want to get to, and that's the top of the Porcupine Mountain Conference.
Waters meet is going to beat Besmer tonight.
Go Nimrods! That's what we got to do.
Give your floors a lifetime of beauty with Diamond Plate laminate flooring from Menards. Diamond Plate by Columbia has a lifetime warranty against wear, stains, and fading. Plus, installation is a snap. On sale, just $277 a square foot. Finish your rooms with beautiful chandeliers, pendants, and ceiling lights by Thomas, all on sale. These bound glass ceiling lights in 3 finishes are $11.97 each. Menards lights your way to savings.
Save big money at Menards.
It's coming, that nasty winter weather, and you're not sure your old car's going to make it through.
My old car had problems. I got a better car at J.D. Byrider, plus a service protection program.
They got me the financing I need and got me into a better car.
Don't risk driving around in your old car. Get to J.D. Byrider, North America's largest used car franchise, and get a better car as easy as 1, 2, 3 drive.
You get the credit, you get the car. J.D. Byrider.
Tax time is drive time.
College Game Night is presented by Staples.
ESPN's exclusive coverage of the NCAA Women's Championship begins Saturday. Regional coverage at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Coverage right through the Final Four in New Orleans. All right, we'll give Jay and Steve a break. Bring in Dick and Digger to talk about Friday's games. We'll start in the Atlanta region. This game being played in Orlando. Very intriguing game. Xavier against Louisville. Louisville the favorite in the game, even though they're the 10 seed. Xavier 4 wins in 4 days to win their conference tournament. The question of energy is one big issue for them.
Well, I don't think that's a problem. I think kids are very resilient, but you got 2 teams going contrasting ways. You got one team that's hot, on fire in Xavier, and you got Louisville after the 16-1 start with victories over Kentucky and Florida, Cincinnati, really struggling. Bottom line is, do they have enough to offset that? What they have is a master on the sideline. Rick Pitino excels like Tom Izzo does, and certain coaches, Mike Krzyzewski, Lute Olson, in the one-and-done scenario, Digger. I think he's going to fight.